Hello. Got a haircut? Yeah, a couple days ago. I've been on stream already with the haircut. I think you've been here. Looking sharp, right? Actually, it's looking a little messy, but... It's messy to indicate my mental acuity today. I had my thesis presentation stuff today and whatnot, and then I had another, after that I had another 2 hours. That was an hour, and then I had another 2 hours of participating in other people's presentations. My brain, smoosh. Not gonna lie, kinda smooshed. And also, I mean, I don't think my sleep was the best quality either. YouTube might not be aware. Yesterday I went fucking live at like 2 a.m. for like 2 hours until 4 a.m. Like on Twitch only. Hoping that Endfield would be early in the Game Awards, and then it wasn't. And then it wasn't, and then I left, and then like an hour later or something, it popped up. Yeah, exactly. It was truly like, I was thinking of it as I was getting ready for bed yesterday after I got off on a stream. And I was thinking of like, it's probably still gonna be there. It's just gonna be like later in the show. And it was pretty late into the show. I was just thinking like, damn, I really just like absolutely butt-fucked myself. I took the worst of both worlds. Where I was like, I stayed up extra late, which is, that fucks you up. But then I also didn't get to watch the thing live, which would have been cool. So I just like destroyed myself for no reason. Third to last or something. Apparently it was pretty late. Like it was like an hour and a half after I'd left or something. So actually late into it. 3 hours in. Okay, yeah, so yeah, okay. 3 hours into a 3.5 hour show. So it would have been past 5 a.m. my time. With me having a like somewhat important presentation in the early afternoon. It was pretty similar to when they just normally post obviously trailers and so on. So maybe I should have expected something from just based off of that. Right before announcing the game, they got a fucking big spot. Then I do actually. We're not gonna just watch the trailer. I do actually want to watch specifically like the VOD of the Game Awards. Oh, the song's DMCA for sure, but I'll tank it. DMCA 100%, but I tank it. We tank those, I didn't miss the ZZZ trailer, Baka. It happened before I left. Unless there was a second one. This was calculated, unfortunately aren't good at math. Right? Also, I just saw this. What the fuck? This part we did see. When Uma Musume won Best Mobile Game. Uma Musume. And apparently they're sending... I mean, presumably they're gonna send us money. Surely they send us money. Have they said anything more? Have they said how much money they send us? Oh, the ticket was from that. The free ticket was from that. That's what it was from. It was the free ticket was from Game Awards. I was wondering what that was. I already logged in and used it and everything. Do I still play them up? No, not really, actually. I'm kind of just logging in for the free roles, and then once I have Christmas Oguri, I don't even really have a reason to continue doing that, to be honest. It's more so I want to get some of the things so that like if I for some reason do go back and play, then I can. I have some stuff that I want to like play with. Also, Baka, it's not a ticket for characters, it's a ticket for the cards, which, however, are important, so. Hey, time zone midnight here. It happens. It happens. But Uma winning was pretty funny. Also, apparently Graham Blue like also gets free stuff because Uma won. Which is the fact that apparently just all the side games are just getting freebies because Uma won. Oh yeah, I did hear that Uma won player's voice, which is like, okay. Are we kind of surprised? I mean, a little bit surprising that it did win over Uma, I guess. But also the Wuba fans are like rabid, so. And I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, instantly, it must be botted or something. They have a fair amount of fans, and they're probably, the ones that they have, especially now, they still have a decent chunk of fans, and probably almost all of them are like pretty dedicated as well. And then it's also if it's like, well, I mean, this is the main game I play. Even if they're more casual ones, if they bother to vote, they're like, well, this is the game I play, so I vote for Uma. Uma was an in-player's choice? Oh yeah, because actually we should just go through that as well. I do actually want to see all the winners and so on, and remind myself of everything. Of course, we know that it was E33 sweep. No questions on that. I can play on day one, probably. It will just fuck me up. Because so my guess on, because yes, Endfield releases on January 22nd. On January 23rd to the 24th is a birthday party that I cannot get out of. Unless I'm actually genuinely sick or something, I'm not getting out of it. I can't exactly not go. I don't have a choice. But depending on what, you know, the actual exact release time of the servers, because the thing is, my guess is that the servers it's gonna be the same thing as has been with beta 1 and beta 2 for when the servers actually open. They open up, you know, fucking middle of the night or whatever. They open up there. So then I'll just be there on server open at like fucking 5 AM or whatever. Sort of get the day one in, and then probably have to just like stay awake for the rest of the day. Just tanking it. I did apparently Kojima just left even before Game of the Year announcement. Well, I watched some of TGA yesterday, Skybird. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I don't really have a reason to that. I just want to see all the winners. Let's be real. This is what I want to see. Which, I mean, okay, what? Game of the Year went to Claire Obscure. Shocking. Oh, he left. Okay, he came back later. A little funny that he happened to go like right before Game of the Year. Okay. Or it wasn't Kojima. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little, you know. It was E3 awards. They did actually, we'll check. I'm assuming it actually won everything it was nominated for. Nabi, I had to give myself a limit on how long I could wait for the Endfield announcement, and then it ended up being like almost at the very end. I just couldn't stay up until that late. Jeff cheated on Kojima. Jeff literally betrayed him by making out with Miss Piggy. Real. But okay, I mean, Game of the Year was fucking Claire Obscure. Like, fucking, of course it was. Can I view all? And okay, we'll just go one by one, I guess. Best game direction also went to Claire Obscure. Which, however, this is like, I mean, yeah, probably. But it does... I feel like here you probably did have some other option, like... I don't know, actually, I feel like all of these could have won, but I feel like this is very... except I haven't even played the Claire Obscure. Actually, I haven't played any of these, but... Like, when I think of direct creative vision, I mean, you literally have the guy called La Creatividad, fucking Le Auteur Kojimbo. But obviously, it's also Death Stranding 2 instead of 1. But I don't know. Ghost of Yotei is also kind of it's like a sequel situation. I don't feel like it's that much different from Ghost of Tsushima. So Hades it is 3 sequels, which is. But then Split Fiction is also just like a cool, interesting thing. Did I win the Game Awards? No, I wasn't there to see Endfield live. So I will go watch the VOD of when Endfield actually appears instead of just the trailer. Yeah, I feel like here, you know, sort of it's like, it could have, well, maybe not, but it could have been like Death Stranding as well. But it's the E33. Best narrative also the E33. Which probably, because that's the thing is that it's just all of these are like, yeah, it's probably pretty good. Most of them are like, okay, I mean, you can't exactly say that, no, it doesn't deserve it at all. Except indeed, there may be somewhere it is like, should it even be here? Best narrative, it probably, I mean, that's one of the main things I hear about Expedition 33 is story. Narrative. Doesn't deserve it. Well, yeah, because that's the thing is also like, for some of them, it maybe shouldn't have even been nominated for some of the ones that it was nominated for. But considering how the nominations apparently work for this, it's not surprising because it was just a huge game. Everyone liked it, so lots of people nominated it, and that's how it gets into nominations. It's just how many of the judges list it in their stuff. Best art direction. This feels like very much one of those things where it's like, yeah, the game looks good, kind of, but like, you look at some of these other ones, I feel like all of these, I do not think of E33, just based off of visuals that I've seen, I don't really think, oh my god, this is the most crazy, unique art direction I've seen. I feel like all these other ones are almost more interesting in that way. It's a pretty game, but like specifically art direction, which is not just, do you have many graphic? BGC ruined the award. No, now a game must be showered. Yeah, I feel like here Hades, Silksong especially. Yeah, Death Stranding is like art direction. I mean, it's just kind of realistic art direction. Well, I guess it's some sort of post-apocalyptic techno shenanigans. And like Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei do have some cool stuff, I feel like, in their art direction. They're actually like very artsy games. Ghost of Yotei, Ghost of Tsushima are the kind of games where it's like, you fucking turn your camera or you just walk through the world and it's like, damn, it's like I'm in a fucking painting, dude. Sheesh. But then like for more sort of interesting stuff, I feel like Hades, Hollow Knight have obviously more unique directions. How would you go through every single award and make a poll and let chat decide who wins? It's way too much effort. Also, I think polls on YouTube and Twitch actually only, like the built-in polls only allow like 4 options. Hades is also really stylish. Clear obscurity in a painting, it is really art. Is this actual lore? Is it paint? I didn't realize. Was it We exclude E33. Oh, it's so true. Also, here E33 is the only the sequel, but also I don't think that should matter for art direction. I mean, well, E33 overhyped game with some really annoying fans. That's what happens when you make a generally a pretty fucking good game and then thus it gets really popular. It has to, like, the way that whole popularity thing functions is that it then ends up being an overhyped game and it will get annoying fans. Also, is that actually spoilers for Claire Obscure? That's funny. I don't like some of the setting and whatnot. It did sound like a very interesting setting from the basics, very, like, 2 sentences that I know. Oh, I didn't put this on loop. E33, one of the most popular opinion games of all time. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like, E33 is kind of like an easy of like, yep. I mean, it's a good fucking game in most areas. It's like welcoming, appealing. Wants to start a forest fire at best gacha game. Okay, look, the drama. So, Renegade. I think the thing is, you're thinking of the drama within the gacha like space, right? Like the amount of drama it would cause within gacha players. But imagine the drama of the drama of the non-gacha people who don't play the games and also often despise them by default. Of Jeff platforming gambling and stuff like that shit. Imagine the normies would fucking lose it if the gambling games had their own reward. That would be the real fire. Think about the children. I mean, however, we say that, but fucking... The sports games are in here, man. There was a FIFA game, or like a football game in here that was nominated, so like... I think... see this best arc direction. Knights, Endfield. Got +2 even. Anyway. Score of music. This thing is another thing of like, yep. The OST, pretty fucking good. Well, allegedly, I've heard like one song. And I don't even think I heard it fully. The racing game, we'll get there, Renegade. We'll get there. I'm just clicking next. Heard at least one song through TGA. True. Yeah, I feel like that the two things I've heard that like, oh my god, the story, I cry so big. And then the like, even maybe more than that, I've heard that the OST is just incredible. And also the story behind it is very appealing. Best VTuber? Oh no. Best audio design, Battlefield? Sure. I don't think there's anything else here that's like specifically good audio design. Battlefield 6 is, you know, yep. Pyom, 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 pyom. Guns and explosions and reverb and all that kind of stuff. Best performance, this I actually did see. This one is also really funny when you have 3 roles from Claire Obscure. It's funny. Overall good package with only outstanding narrative. Everything else you shouldn't have won. 6 have OST as well. Because I feel like in the OST is also the maybe like, you know, yeah, narrative and then like OST are like, those are the 2 big ones for it. Which then ends up being a big part of the overall experience. So then like, I think many other things maybe that maybe are rough, I wouldn't know, get kind of glazed over. Silent Hill F has been nominated in lots of places. Yeah, I don't know if it is that good. Maybe it is. Maybe it is good. I mean, the Silksong OST is also good. It's true. This one I saw, Innovation Accessibility. Have I seen actually most of these now already? This one we saw. Games for Impact we saw. Best Ongoing I didn't. No Man's Sky. Huh. I think this is usually gone to Final Fantasy, or it went for Baldur's Gate last year, I think, or something. Which is a bit of an interesting one. What do you mean, Doom? True. Best Ongoing Arknights? True, though. True. The Street Fighter announcement. There was an announcement. I don't care. I don't play fighting games. Death Stranding won nothing, yeah. It was nominated for 2 things, I think. One of them being Game of the Year. 2 or 3 things? Don't think it won anything. No Man's Sky has been on a redemption arc, Renegade. Like, for the last 10 years. It already... No Man's Sky had an entire redemption arc, finished the redemption arc, was redeemed fully, and then they've just kind of continued going. What's beyond redemption? What's after that? It's like the hero arc. So no, I feel like this is absolutely deserved. No Man's Sky is like the prime example of them just being like, we're gonna fucking redeem? No, that's not enough. Bring Sean to the venue because we'd overpromise again. Maybe he's learned a little bit. Or maybe not. They forgot to stop. Ascendancy. Yeah, No Man's Sky's on the Ascendancy arc. So yeah, I feel like this is 100% deserved. Community support? Apparently, Baldur's Gate 2. What do you recognize the game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive social media activity, and game updates, patches? Baldur's Gators? Is it real? I wouldn't know. This has also been like a Final Fantasy reward pretty often. Oh, there's a live action movie teaser. Is that why Street Fighter 1994 appeared into my friend group's movie watch list? That makes sense. I was wondering why there was suddenly a Street Fighter movie in the list. Yes, confirmation from the guy himself. That's the reason it appeared into the movie list. Best independent. Claire Obscure. This is the one where it's like, on technicality, yes, Claire Obscure is an indie game, right? But, you know, it doesn't, like, feel like an indie game, really, in that way. But, like, it is. Like, spiritually, it doesn't feel that much like an indie game. But also, it is an indie game. But especially when you compare it to, like, the other ones next to here, it is, like... I can't remember. I'm pretty sure the budget for Claire Obscure was also still, like, way higher than all of these. Right? Like, these are, like... Every other game here is, like, unequivocally an indie game. Even though indie is a very wide and not actually specific term. But based on pure vibes, everything else here is, like, clearly an indie. And then Claire Obscure is, like... I guess it is. But also, like... Huh? A Renegade Megabonk withdrew from Best Debut Game. It wasn't indie game, it was Best Debut Game. Because the dev was like... Not my debut game, by the way. I've done other games under a different name. And I mean, like, let's look. It should have been fucking Silksong, okay? Look at me. It should have been fucking Silksong, okay? Look, okay. It should have been Silksong. It should have been Silksong. I'm just saying. I'm totally not biased. It's the only one of these games that I played. It totally should be Silksong, okay? I haven't even done everything in Silksong, okay? The Arknights, right? Yes, best independent. It is how best indie does also have just like most of the best games of the year. It truly is the year of indies. Yeah, best debut indie game here. Right? Like, this also feels like one of those things. This is the one that Megabonk withdrew from, by the way. So they didn't actually even replace it with anything. There's just 4 nominations. They didn't give another nomination to it. But that's the thing, because it's like, okay, so you won debut best indie game. So, but you're also nominated for best debut indie because you technically qualify for it. So it's like, you know? Because yes, it's by a new studio. Every single person who worked on that game has been, you know, has made games before. Maybe even a lot of games, just not, you know, as like an independent studio and like as that particular studio. So it's just like, it is correct that they can be nominated for it and so on. But the vibe is off. You know, the vibe is off. Yes, it was the studio's debut game. And it is an independent game. Mostly, like, is it actually? I never actually truly looked into, first of all, what is the, like, well, because indie isn't a fucking exact specification. But like, yeah, like, is it indie? And then Indian independent is now culturally different. Yeah, that might be a whole different thing, yeah. Big ass studio. Yeah. Fucking Larian is independent. Technically, Larian only makes independent games. They're a fairly large studio. They have a couple hundred employees, and they make big games. Like a decently sized studio. But because they self-publish and they're independent, they're just Larian. They're not owned by anyone. They're just a Larian. They're independent. But yeah, you wouldn't classify them as indie. So then it is like, somehow Fair Obscure Horror is just in there. However, there was a video by Alana Pierce, who has, for example, been a judge at the Game Awards before. And she went through how indeed like the nomination process for this even works. And like the nomination process is just they get the judges get the categories and then they just list like 5 games or whatever, like their picks, their nominations for that category. And then the Game Awards just fucking takes that and like just that's the nominations of who got the most nominations. There's no control over it. They don't like define what the category is, really, other than like this, you know. So then if most of the judges see Clair Obscur as an independent game and also a debut indie and they all put it in there, or even if they, you know, they're a little bit like, I'm not sure if it is, but I'll put it in. It kind of matches the category. And then, you know, the judges put it in and it gets nominated. So like, the nomination process for this is not exactly super strict. When it's just, however many, they have a lot of judges or whatever, and they're like industry people and so on, and blah, 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 blah. Like media outlets and industry people and so on, and they just get lists and they nominate stuff. Yeah, it's not a very controlled nomination process, really. So that also explains some of the maybe a little bit interesting nominations. But that's the thing, but also Best Mobile Game Uma Musume Pretty Derby! Yes! But also like, let's be real. It's just some fucking Game Awards. It is fucking ILG, however. It's like Destiny Rising. Like, you know, it's funny how Best Mobile Game, Uma Musume wins Best Mobile Game, but then Player's Choice is, you know, Wuthering Waves. Because only 10% of these category votes are votes from the public. The rest is judges. Which, however, means that the judges really liked Horse Game. Okay? That's what it means. First gacha system win? Well, no. One Musume gacha system is just different. And also, as we've talked before, it's about the economy. And Cygames gives you a lot of free pulls. Especially over time. It's just it's a very silly amount of free pulls that they give you. Also, and this is a mobile Destiny. They did, however, they always mispronounce the name of Uma Musume. It was mad funny. Jeff especially said it in such a weird way in the nominations video. Then you have to put in 400 pulls. I think it's 200. It's 200 for Spark. But yeah, I mean, that's how Uma Musume, that's how Cygames gacha works, is you save up for Spark. You save up for Spark, which is reasonable because you also just, you can save your voice, you can save your roles for Sparks and stuff because you end up getting a bunch of free rolls in just like tickets and anniversaries and so on that you still get stuff in the game even if you're mostly saving for specific Sparks. So then it just ends up working. Anyway, I think the rest, the best VR AR, okay. I mean, it's crazy how I hadn't heard any of these. Oh, yeah, best action went. Oh yeah, best action did go to Hades, yeah? Yeah, deserved. Yeah, yum, yum, yum. Oh yes, also did win Best Action Adventure. Yepers. Refused to call Woo a mobile game before it started running on mobile normally. Funny. Skonger, however. Skonger won something. I mean, and also, like, yeah. Look, okay. Yes. Action adventure. Combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Yeah. Yeah. Skongers. Skonging my skong until she can't skonger no more. Best RPG, it's kind of obscure. It's an RPG. Even though maybe you could, you know, like as a true role-playing game, Kingdom Come Deliverance is probably the option here. Avowed is like fucking who? Outer Worlds, I guess. Monster Hunter Wilds. I truly do. Monster Hunter is for some reason classified as an RPG because it kind of sort of is. But Monster Hunter is just like Monster Hunter, you know? I really don't see Monster Hunter as an RPG, a role-playing game. It's Monster Hunter. It has its like own category to me. I feel like KCD, like Kingdom Come, maybe should have won this one. Like, especially indeed as a role-playing game, it does feel like, you know, Clair Obscur has some RPG elements in it, but you're not like really playing a role. You have like characters and shit. Like, I mean, you know, Final Fantasies have characters as well. It's not like that's, you know, I mean, KCD has fucking what's his name? Can't remember the guy's name. Like, there's a lot more RPG about Outer Worlds and Kingdom Come than Clair Obscur. Oh yeah, Henry. I think I understand what is considered an RPG. Well, I thought it was when you're able to create your own character. Well, that at least used to be a pretty big part of it. But not always now. Now you do often like have like a... I mean, even fucking, dude, ages ago, Final Fantasy VII. You didn't create any characters. But it's still very much... No one would say that like Final Fantasies aren't RPGs. Even though you do not create your own characters. Yeah, it's sort of a JRPG thing, I guess. Or you don't necessarily create your own character. And then it's, you know... And obviously in those also, like, the story is pretty set in stone. You go through it and so on. And then you have, like, RPG stuff in more, I guess, in the gameplay section, which I just wouldn't know about Clair Obscur, but... Based off of whatever people are saying in chat, it's not that RPG-ish. While then, Kingdom Come and Outer Worlds are significantly more RPG. Like, they have a lot more actual, like, RPG in their identity, you know? Like, Clair Obscur, as someone who hasn't fucking played it, feels more like, you know, it's like a narrative game that has some RPG elements in it just because that's a useful, like, skeleton to make gameplay elements on. And yeah, I guess it is just more JRPG, but maybe it also just has like even less RPG element even than most JRPGs. Obviously, because I mean, it's very obvious. They've fucking said that they were inspired by JRPGs, like that the devs were like, yeah, we love like Final Fantasy and stuff. So we made a JRPG, but it's just French. I'm Mr. YouTube featured again. What does this keep happening? And it keeps happening. It must be the Arknights Endfield topic or something for why the streams are getting featured on YouTube. I saw Cookie's also. When Cookie's previous stream, the previous Endfield stream, was also featured on YouTube. FRPG, right? France RPG. Best fighting, Fatal Fury. Fatal Fury, okay. That's kind of shocking. It's not exactly like the biggest name here, you know? Though, I mean, okay, Capcom Fighting Collection, or 2KO, which isn't fully even out. And then Mortal Kombat, I feel like, well, it's surely just on name, Mortal Kombat, but I guess not. No, Shango, it doesn't. That's not how it's typed. Just family Donkey Kong. It's a family-friendly game. I don't think it's a family game. It's effectively a single-player game where you literally have little brother controls. You have little brother co-op, where your little brother gets a controller and can press one button sometimes. But like that, I don't really think it's really like, it's not like a family game, because like I for some reason family game to me says like something you can play with your family. For family play, yeah, you're not playing the game with your family. You're playing it. Your family maybe is watching. Well, probably not. Let's be real. Lego Party, maybe it should have been Lego Party. I mean, Lego Party, however, is kind of, it might be a family game in the same way that Monopoly is a family game. You can play it with your family. You might not be family after it. You know. But also that's what Mario Party has been for, you know, decades, so. Oh yeah, did they put best family game after the Divinity trailer, which was the most fucking heinous, disgusting graphic shit? Ugh. It's a funny point to put best family game, yeah. The Divinity trailer was fucked up. By the way, like, it really was. It was sick, actually sickening, just it was really good, but it was also unironically sickening. That means it was good. It was like a visceral reaction. Actual, like, emotional, physical reaction to the fucking absolute just nightmare happening on screen. Best sim, Final Fantasy Tactics. This is probably deserved. I have heard a good thing. That's a good thing. I heard one good thing about the game. That's enough, right? Best sports racing, fucking Mario Kart the world. I mean, it's rematch maybe. Fucking thank God neither of these motherfuckers won. Well, actually, I don't know if F1 is good. It might be. Thank God this fucking piece of shit, thinly veiled gambling game didn't win. Also, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what, like, the source for the whatever is, but there's the game Okami. Apparently just fucking dunking on Jeff somewhere with the image of Okami the wolf with a basketball and a gun, because of the whole dudes when the game ain't got balls or a gun in it. Also, yeah, fuck Nintendo. Like, there's multiplayer. Arc Raiders. Actually, well, I would almost say Peak, but Arc Raiders, sure. But Peak is Peak Friend Sloppa, however, which is, let's be real, is the more important one. But also, Peak doesn't have guns, so, you know. The ball or gun gamers got to decide this one. I also would have, it would have been funny to see Shroud fucking Madge about Arc Raiders not winning. It would have been. But also Arc Raiders does seem to also just be like a good game. So like, you just can't be like mad. And in a way it has more multiplayer to it than Peak. You know, Arc Raiders is like fundamentally multiplayer. Peak you can also play solo and so on. Fucking best adaptation, who cares? Who cares? Most anticipated. What? What do you mean Grand Theft Auto 6 won most anticipated game? How could this be? Most critical content creator of the year. I can't believe Sakura Miko didn't win. Also, like, the difference in images here as well. You got Gaedril in sort of a professional, you know, commentating environment. You got fucking Kai Cenat with the suit on. You got, you know, Sakuramiko promotional image and then like just the image of the burnt peanut. And then you got fucking Critical's ass face here. I did not see the clip of Charlie reacting. Oh yeah, Charlie was watching it live, true. Also burnt peanut the drama. Fucking most critical. Best esports, Counter-Strike. Sure. Actually, I saw this live. It was in the pre-show. Best esports athlete, Chobi. I think these were all in the pre-show. Oh, here's player's voice. Okay, it is fucking. I forgot that Claire Obscure was in player's voice as well, and Wuva still won. Which is interesting. You know, above Genshin Impact, above Claire Obscure. Like, is it just dedication or you know? But yeah, this is 100% player choice, obviously. But that also means that, you know, I think you can game it if you want to. But also Gambatic's desperate for pulls. Genshin Impact apparently not desperate enough for pulls. Somehow. But, you know, considering, you know, the otherwise sweep that Claire Obscure had, it is like, it's almost a little surprising that, you know, apparently enough people didn't vote. Even though fucking everyone and their mom and dog played and loved Claire Obscure. Player engagement is one thing, obviously, yeah. But, yeah, with just how prevalent E33 was otherwise, it does feel a little like... It's just surprising. How it came to be, who knows? Okay, yeah, let me watch this. Let me watch this. Let's watch Moist Man. Oh my god, it's fucking loading. I can't unmute. It's loading. I can't unmute. I can't unmute. It's loading. Twitch. Stop! It's not even refreshing? It's fucking dead? Can you open it again? Now it's not loading at all. It's actually not even loading. I can't even mouse over it on the chat. What if I go to my chat on Twitch? Dude, that link, the actually Hackerman link, why does that link fucking freeze like my entire browser, man? Let me open my own chat. Now it works! So if I click on it from my OBS Twitch chat, it just fucking freezes completely. The hell? What in the hell? What? See suggested collaborators for you here. What the hell? What is this shit? Are you surprised that it's Arknights and Arknights Endfield? Also my friend. OBS Twitch chat is so ass. It's ass often. But I usually don't have to interact with that much. But yeah, apparently if I can click on a link, it just fucking destroys everything. Anyway.
And the burnt peanut. And the game award goes to Moist Critical. Congratulations. All right. Here are the nominees for Best Fighting Game. 2XKO.
Incredible reaction.
That's cool. Thanks. But me.
Before this clip, he says, anyone but me. And then he just I don't want this evil on me, man. I feel like he's genuinely like, I don't want this evil. Okay, I don't want this on me, man. Don't give this to me. I don't want this. I don't want this shit. It's an evil curse upon. He knows Twitter's gonna be annoying him, right? I don't. He's not on Twitter, but like, not amused. It is, however, yeah, winning award, you just get hate. I feel like that is part of it. It's like he just like I don't want to bother with it, man. This is Frozen. Like I don't want to bother with it, man. I don't wanna. I mean, better him than Pina, yeah, sure, but I do understand why he's like, why? Why me? I open up YouTube to pull up the VOD for Game Awards. 17 minutes ago. Most critical, the Game Awards situation. The fucking timing. Also, absolutely heinous thumbnails by a librarian today. What the hell? And fucking Rory's cube. The players... Don't worry, we already went through it, Luca. Yeah, I wanted the fucking Game Awards VOD. I want to see the moment Endfield appears. All three videos already watched. Oh yeah, I watched them on like my way home today. There's the VOD. The Librarian has been having some real interesting thumbnails and titles recently. Some crazy ones in there. Some real crazy ones. Anyway, do we have a timestamp for Endfield? Let's be real. I don't okay. Or rather, is there anything especially funny or worth watching other than, you know, when Endfield appears? Endfield PV is nuking vaults? Of course it is. I will dispute it. I tanked these. I have my reasons. I saw the Divinity. Unless it's a different Larian game, Purple, I saw the Divinity one. The Muppets? Oh yeah. Did we have more Muppets than just Miss Piggy early on? I think I saw Celesta as well. You know, Soul, I do think it was strange, Soul. It does feel like, I mean, the guy himself said he's not a VTuber, so it's like, why was he in there even? There was more Muppets. Oh, was DNA also in there? Do we have like actual timestamps? I guess we just start scrolling. I guess I can take my headphones on. In theory. DNA was right before Enfield. That's funny. Apparently, I believe, allegedly, if I didn't see wrong, Mr. Jeff actually has to say Arknights, but he says it wrong. Where were we? Where did we leave off? This does not look familiar. Well, okay, it was an hour. Oh, does this? No, this has pre-show as well. So, okay, but yeah, I was an hour 30 into. Yeah, I started like 15 minutes before even the pre-show. So, the ZZZ trailer I saw. Nope. Was this when I left? Nope. Oh, I think I left when this lady came on. This is, I think, when I left. Also, is Endfield legit at 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 50 hours? It really was fucking right toward the end. I think I actually did I actually click on it accidentally there? No, almost. Well, I saw it very quickly. Okay, there it is. Also, I guess they're still saving the Starset song, probably for like an actual. They might be saving it for the trailer, like for actual release, I guess. It was Endfield. It was at the end. Okay, let's be real. Is there anything especially more like funny or bad? I don't like. I think I've seen the game announcements, and actually none of them like interest me. I think. Like senses. Go and have a rest. Oh yeah, yeah. These the Muppets. Where's the Muppets? Where do they appear? I do like the Muppets. They're funny guys. Naruto is mid as fuck, especially when most of the rewards are like, yeah, it's E33 in it. For DNA, so it's toward the end. If DNA was before Enfield, what the? Oh, Muppets! I found them. I found the Muppets.
Such a beautiful game that was out of words.
Oh yeah, I can actually turn the volume up.
Motion co-op game being developed over
I can turn the volume.
Denmark, and it's a great game coming next year. And now I'd like to welcome back an icon.
I guess we could, considering this is 5 minutes before Enfield drops anyway, I guess we could just watch from here.
A legend who...
Whenever the Muppets come on, I just think of the puppeteers below Jeff. I said this exact thing when Miss Piggy first appeared. I was like, what about the guys behind, like, seeing the puppeteer, you know, like, doing this right next to Jeff's legs? Okay, I guess we could just go from here.
Projects. Someone I consider a dear friend.
The Muppets, then DNA, and then
Please
Enfield.
welcome Miss Piggy.
Are we gonna get more flirty? Oh, the piano guy!
Sorry. I am so sorry, everyone, but I will not be performing a song this evening. No, so sorry. It's all because of my accompanist. My accompanist. This dog was late.
This dog.
Hey, sorry, I lost track of time. I was out taking myself for a walk.
Oh, ha. Same old excuses and jokes.
I don't know, something about the Muppets just it just works for me. I feel like there's a reason they've been around for so goddamn long. So they just for some reason somehow they just like seeing the Muppets in any like, you know, real life situation is just like it just works.
Hey, they liked it. Let's go. It's time for you to sing, pig.
Sing, pig.
We haven't rehearsed anything. And where's the grand piano, huh?
Yeah, wouldn't fit in my hatchback. Listen, what are you worried about? You know, we'll just
Wouldn't fit in my
we'll
hatchback.
wing it.
Wing it?
Sure. Who knows? Maybe it'll all work out. How about something like this? In a world where gaming games are so exciting, waiting all year long until the time will come. Your turn.
What? I can't just make up any words without some meaning.
Pretty good.
This is stupid. This whole thing is really dumb.
Hey, you got it. So if you're looking for some friends...
They're going off, they're popping, they're
Oh,
bars.
yes, the Game Awards will...
Never let you down?
Good luck.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
All now come together.
I don't know about that one.
Divide.
From Tokyo to London, we're all watching side by side.
So if you're looking for some fun, the time is now. Here we go. Oh yes, the Game Awards will never let you down. Yeah, we'll see.
What?
Go ahead.
It's a night of
See?
magic and online chats galore.
Exactly. It's a shame that host Jeff Keighley's such a bore.
Hey!
Kidding.
All the trailers and celebs and big awards.
Really rigged.
Oh.
Don't forget about all our friends on Discord.
Oh boy!
Oh, Discord! Wow!
Well, here's some awesome titles you simply can't ignore.
You mean the names of all the games that I'll be playing?
Yeah, now let's get ready. Let's get set. You guys keep score.
Discord
Oh,
mentioned.
there's Mario, Minecraft, Legend of Zelda, Nominee, Donkey Kong, Bonanza, Kingdom Hearts,
Paid
Super Mario,
mention.
Fortnite, Overcooked, Tomb Raider, and Tomodachi Life, Indiana Jones, Marvel Robinson, Shenmue, Fall Guys, XCOM, Undertale, It Takes Two, and I know you've all been waiting so long for the delayed release of Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Skunker mentioned by Muppets.
When I'm Princess Peach wearing my super crown.
Oh yes, the Game Awards will always let you down.
Stop it.
Your turn.
Oh, I can't think of anything now. I need to know.
Oh, the Game Awards will never let you down. But the pig just did.
You'll have a place to wear your sparkly gown.
Everyone,
Oh, yes, the
Game Awards will never let you down.
The
Clap, clap, clap.
Gotta love
As the
them.
Muppets, they get a
everybody.
pass.
Thanks, Miss Piggy and Ralph the dog. It all worked out in the end for them. All right, the Gamer Wars will be right back after this new look at Duet Night Abyss.
Wow, do it not a bit. Wow. Non-gotcha game. Well, gotcha, but not as we think of it. Dog. Multiple dogs, even. How did Hookship become so popular all of a sudden? It's just that time. Someone convinced you I should play this over Warframe? You probably shouldn't. I think that's the answer. Unless you are, like, deathly allergic to the aesthetic of Warframe, and you can only play games with anime girls in them. Otherwise, just don't. Probably. Like, and yeah, I mean, Wukong probably did start somewhat of a shift. Or like at least a bigger one. This stuff sure is going on. Oh god, it's the Paimon. Wow. Oh, on Steam. Oh, I guess you're right, it's just going to Steam, is it? As well. AMD! Okay, so what, next is... First of all, next is also fucking copyright nuke time. As long as... We'll see how bad the nuke is. There it is! Whoa! Whoa! I'm not gonna mute it, I'm tanking it. What do you mean? It's weak behavior to mute it. Just tank it. Record on my end? That might be a good... Well, might be too late for that. Messing along maybe will confuse the AI. Oh, I'm not even looking! Hello, first of all. Oh, Arknight. We're seeing way more of the characters in the trailer? Let's have to listen to lyrics. We'll see. Apparently the music video for this is out, but obviously we can't listen to that on stream. That would be just... that would just be like... We'll watch the trailer probably first. I did kind of just want to see it in context first. Nerd. I know, it's just... Helger is easier to say than Pogranichnik, okay? Bike! They're teasing the bike again! They're teasing the bike again! Did they shoot Chen out of a cannon? Huh? Early bike. Also, yeah, the fucking background that they're singing in. Their stadium for, or whatever, their studio for the song. It's fucking the place in Rhode Island, the PRTS shenanigans. Oh, first of all, the North. Big horns on small child. Talos. Shenron. World really take confirmed. What? No way.
That was the announcement of One Republic's partnership and a new song with Arknight Endfield, which arrives January 22nd.
He forgot the S. He said Arknight.
5 PC and mobile. You can pre-register now and be the first to join the frontier.
Dude.
Okay, here's another world premiere.
If it truly would have gone so much fucking harder if Korean intern didn't leak it. Because now it was just like, okay, let's just see it. Instead of, you know, like, oh my god, it's Arknights, and then it ends, and then also, boom, suddenly worldwide premiere. It genuinely, like, would have gone fucking insane. Instead, we have fucking interns leaking shit again, which they can't keep doing this, man. They can't keep leaking themselves. How do they keep doing it? I don't think the Play Store had the date. Unless the Play Store also had the date before this. Actually, does it? Does the Play Store have the date now? We don't really need to watch more of Jeff. Play Store. Let me actually check that I'm not like signed in on like a personal account or something. Maybe now, I mean, now you actually would assume that the stores have been updated and they'd show the release. You'd think. Never mind, this is updated on 19th November. This Play Store at the very least is not updated. Yeah. Okay, so you did just mean by Play Store had it, you just mean, yes, the iPhone, the Apple Store, the App Store just had January 31 on them because App Store requires there to be at least some date. So they had a placeholder. It was a placeholder. Like, I guessed it was going to be a placeholder. I'm slightly surprised that they did actually end up making the date earlier, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Guys were afraid of missing S3 in Minecraft on stream. Yes! There's a reason I don't use display capture either. I don't want to fucking somehow dox myself in some way. And yeah, there was the 90 days thing with the pre-registration campaign on Google Play Store has the 90-day limits thing. But obviously this is January 22nd is within that. The deadline for the 90 days thing would have been mid-February, so. Also, yeah, this indeed is a side group because where was it? Somewhere. Someone was saying something about the trailer. But yeah, it's not. It wasn't necessarily a very super. I do feel actually the vibe of the trailer was maybe not that Endfield. Let's honestly be real. It felt like more like a trailer for. Indeed, like a somewhat different audience. And it's like, you know, the song's fine or whatever. The trailer itself, maybe, other than just like the quality of the visuals, you know, okay, the visuals, sure. Yeah, we have the big ones still left. We have the Star Set song still, which is probably, by my guess, is gonna be. The Star Set one is probably then gonna be like actual release day trailer, you know? Like game release now trailer, you know? So. Or some kind of concept situation. Though we already have some concept previews. But yeah, I think Star Set is probably gonna be like for the main actual release trailer. Because this is just kind of a date trailer. It is funny that we really did get the leak like whatever, like 12 hours about before the actual announcement. We get the leak of the fucking thing anyway. How did they do that? How did they fuck it up? Did they put like the time in wrong or something? Like what happened? What happened? Because it actually might. I'm genuinely actually wondering if the intern fucked up like AM and PM or something, or like, you know, the which side of the day it was on, because I think the leak did appear like almost exactly 12 hours before the actual thing was ready to go, right? So did they actually just like whoopsie time zone plus like the wrong, you know, o'clock instead AM instead of PM type situation? No, it was pretty early. It was pretty early, Kresk. The leak was like, I think the first time I saw the leak was like 6 p.m. my time. And this trailer is like 6 a.m. my time. You know, 12 hours later. So genuinely wondering if the ad went out early, like 12 hours early, exactly, because, oh, after the Game Awards is over, then, you know, on the hour, when the hour of the Game Awards ending, then you can put the ads out, right? And yes, open beta in Chinese language. Open beta means release. They call release open beta. So if you see that, it means release, most likely. There isn't like an actual open beta. It's just a funky little naming thing they do over there. The exact reasons? I don't know. Saw the leak from Seal's video, then he made the video private. That's when I knew it was real. I mean, it just looked fairly real, like directly. Yes, at least part of the actual trailer was leaked. Well, because what leaked was an official ad by the Korean side going out early. And that ad is a video, so it had some of the video and song on it as well. So it is like a leak because it's out early, but it's not a leak as in it was unofficial or something. You know, it wasn't like leaked by a third party. It was a goof and a gaff by official sources, which is not the first time it has happened, okay? Not the first time. I feel like this is some growing pains by Hypergriff and Griffline of having control over, you know, all the different countries and their release schedules. On okay, so you can make it live at this time. Make sure you get the time zone correct and the day and the AM and the PM and everything. You know? Ave Musica had some like kind of, so Ave Musica had like also, yeah, like a little sort of official where there was an interview, and then in one of the pictures of the interview in the background there was a computer screen that you could see some Ave Musica stuff on, which is funny. And yes, yeah, sometimes EPs also do indeed get like released early by artists and stuff, like for, you know, upload onto like, you know, YouTube topics and stuff. So like, you know, every now and then these stuff just happens, and they do just have to. I feel like this is because this is the first time, right? Let's remember that outside of Popocom and I guess sort of Extrastress, I guess, which but neither of these things are nearly as big and widespread and complex as Endfield. This is kind of Griffline's or Hypergriff's first, you know, globally self-publishing everything, and they have multiple, you know, different language accounts and like subsidiaries and shit like that handling it. So they have multiple different teams in multiple time zones with multiple languages trying to sync everything up. I think that's why we've been getting these like accidental official leaks. And yeah, yes, for some there was the malicious sort of third-party leaks were like a summer thing, and those were Arknights and not Endfield. So, don't think the leaking stuff is that bad. Well, I mean, we kind of went over it how this reveal in the middle of Game Awards for those following would have been crazy if, you know, everyone wasn't already expecting it. Especially with how goddamn anticipated the release date is for Endfield. So it is like in that way, it is easier to avoid them because they seem to always happen really close to the actual announcement. But then if you don't avoid it, then kind of the reveal, the intended cool live reveal, doesn't really work out. But yep. So I do think it was, well, to me, it didn't end up mattering that much because I wasn't there live for it anyway. So I kind of knew, and then I knew it was coming or whatever. But if I would have been there, it would have been, I just think it would have gone insane to be there live and not know it was coming for sure. And yeah, Hoyo leakers, and I think Wua leakers as well, they're test server players. They're beta server players leaking stuff that's coming next patch. It's almost like a controlled form of leaks. And then that's what almost all the leaks are. There's not that often is there like actual long-term leaks for stuff, other than like some vague, ominous fucking signal messages or something. Or yeah, they're dudes who are trying to get into contact with beta players to get information. You know, it's either or. Some of them I believe are might be actual beta players, but then yeah, others are just indeed people trying to get in contact with them. But indeed, yeah, most of the leaks for those games indeed are just like previews of stuff that is coming next, and not like very long-term stuff. That is a bit different. And yeah, I do wonder if Endfield will do test servers. And possibly what kind of, or do they do test servers, or do they maybe do just like media servers and stuff? Which also Hoyo does do now. Some time ago, Hoyo started media servers where specifically creators can get essentially test server access. But then, you know, that's quite controlled. That's a lot more controlled on how that functions. Because, you know, creators are given it so that they can prep videos and content and stuff before it comes out. But they can only release it once the stuff is actually out. They can't go ahead and release all that shit before it's time. They can't, if they leak something, it's really not in the best interest of the creator to start messing with leaking content creator server stuff. Really not in the best interest. And yeah, leak culture it's a whole separate thing. So we'll see what they end up doing, how they end up doing it. I indeed would not really necessarily. I would not mind not having like test servers and stuff. I don't think they're necessarily like super necessary. But maybe sometimes they do prevent, you know, like silly things happening, like balance issues or something, but also, yeah, the hypergriff goes on actual third-party malicious leakers. Hypergriff does not fuck around. They don't fuck around. Also, yeah, fucking Umbral Monument and stuff is out now as well. The events of the game. I have not logged into Endfield today. We could do that possibly. If no test servers, then error in actual game and free currency. True. Except for balancing characters, that might be tricky, but then the unbalanced thing just stays in the game. Do you think the current beta is an old version? 100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's still clearly bits even in this beta which are like not finished. Where it's like, this is going to be in the release version of the game, but it's currently not finished in this beta version of the game. 100%. Umbral Monument is rough. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I mean, challenge content. Because yeah, I'm assuming the Act 2 is pretty heavily done at least. Like, probably there's more done of Act 2 than what we saw in beta. And also, there was parts in beta which were clearly unfinished bits. Even outside of, obviously, you know, the dubbing not being there for everything, but even outside of that. The main thing that I'm wondering is, will sort of the Wuling story be fully finished in release? I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't. I wouldn't be surprised if Wuling story isn't fully finished at release, and like the next update, the next patch or whatever will be the continuation of the story. Hoping that the Kern Valley Forester is a placeholder. I think it's too late for that. I think they've realized that salvaging Valley 4, or they've maybe done the sort of most of the things they can do to salvage Valley 4. There might still be changes, obviously, yes, to release. Just because indeed the beta client is for sure like behind dev client. But it's one of those where they would have to. It might be too much to actually just fully change Valley 4. Like it seems like that they're just trying to get it sort of essentially as good as it can be without having to indeed just rip the entire thing out and start from scratch. Watch them drop an entirely different area on launch. That would be fucking insane. I mean, they won't. There's fucking no way, but they would be fucking lunatics if they did. I guess I will mute this if we just go over the imagery in the trailer real quick. And yeah, Valley 4 is on board. And that's the thing. I essentially give Valley 4 a pass, but I'm also the motherfucker who spent like half an hour ranting about why early gacha game stories are mid, no matter the game. It's like a universal curse. So I'm biased essentially, where I'm like, yeah, this is how it is, man. I don't know what it is. It's just how it is. I like, it is what it is. And that's just how I end up taking it. And then I commit to being like, hey, by the way, the first area in its sort of story and narrative is not the most interesting thing out there, you know? So just like, you know, get to like Originium Load Spring, and then it starts getting a little better, and it also goes a lot faster, and it gets better. And then you get to the next area where the story kicks off. Because there's still like good gameplay stuff in Valley 4. Valley 4, I think, gameplay-wise, other than some of the tutorial stuff maybe, and how it's tied into the story narrative, it still has like good gameplay stuff in it. It's just specifically the narrative parts, especially. Becoming the just play until XYZ guy. What do you mean becoming? I've been that guy all along. I've been on both sides. I am both. I've said that for normal Arknights. I've said that for Honkai 3rd. I've been saying. Chen Paimon. I would not call Chen Paimon. Chen is far more entertaining and like fun to watch than Paimon. And yeah, Valley 4 has a lot of side quests which are just like so average that they end up being kind of meh. So yeah, and I do also, just based on beta, we'll see if there is any changes to release, but based on the beta section of Valley 4, it does also just get a little bit more interesting once you get to Load Spring. Up until Load Spring, it's pretty much the same that it was in beta 1, almost 1-to-1. Other than like a couple changes, like smaller changes, but no real changes, like bigger changes. On Load Spring, it changes like instantly. You meet Rossi, there's a completely new character, and the way that it flows is very different. And it just goes much faster. And then you get to Power Plateau, which also goes very differently. Also, yeah, we've been sitting here instead of me looking at this. I don't think there's that much to analyze other than like some of the visuals, indeed. Yeah, there's some progression stuff in Valley 4. This, you know, but yeah, that's the thing. I'm just committed to indeed being like, yeah, get to Load Spring, and then it gets more interesting. And we'll also see if there will be if the account level locking for main story stuff will be adjusted so that you can go through it faster, or if they have those account level like timers or blocks or whatever very intentionally in there to encourage you to go and develop some other stuff rather than just blasting through the entire thing. But we'll see. Analyzes singing patterns affect future characters and content. True. Anyway, shall we need? It is muted, by the way, so it is muted. So when there's, I mean, I do just want Indeed. The entire Indeed studio, their soundstage is indeed the Priestess room. It's the PRTS room. What's it called again? The Abyss? I think, is it literally called, was it called The Abyss in chapter 15? It is all funny, obviously, you know, when there's no music going on. Look at him. Look at him just miming music. They don't know that the music's not playing. And they're covered in Enfield aesthetic lines. Main thing is just some of the fucking... Like, there's something about the quality of just the, like, animations in this one that is different from, like, the previous ones. I guess it's more close to what the Gamescom trailer was as well. So, I guess it's just, you know, the development of that even further. They're, like, more fluid in some way. Yep, they're singing. It's true. The guy. Yeah, this feels like I think that's what it is. Purple. This is trailer animations, right? In the other trailers, all the animations that have been in there is like, oh, this is probably in game. While these are absolutely trailer specific animation sequences. They don't like fit into the game anywhere. Also, yes, this pose is a little... It is a little Emperor's Blade-ish here, isn't it? There's the shot of the Emperor's Blade standing in, like, the snowfield or whatever. It has some of that same... Well, because it has the same composition, other than the stealth bomber behind him. Look at him. Oh, what a guy. What a guy. Also, this fucking Star Wars hangar. Like, dude, I've played on this map in Battlefield 2. Battlefront. This is a Battlefront 2 map, I swear. It's 1-to-1. There's like stormtroopers and shit down there. Pew pew pew. With their stealth bombers with foldable wings. Those are just straight up B-52s. By the way, they really are. They're fucking Pearly just rising up. Oh, like Arknight just random just here. With a smug. Okay, no, go. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't need you here. Show me the anime people. Last right, just walking on a fucking mountain. Big old mountain. We better get fucking worms in the desert area. If we do not have Shai Hulud in the desert area, we riot, okay? Then you have Endmin doing Endmin thing. Beep boop, blip bloop. Hacking, hackermans. He point. They're teasing the fucking bike. They're teasing the bike. They're teasing the bike in the desert area. Which I already, I think even during beta 1 already, or somewhere, real early on, I was like, look, if we get a desert area, and then you have like wide deserts you have to go through, then we get bike. Then we get a bike we can travel on. That's what they're gonna do. They're telling us it. Look, they're showing it. We will get bike in desert area. Called it here. You heard it here first. Took inspiration from Dune itself. And there was some portions somewhere which were incredibly Dune. There's also some music pieces which were, some of them were super Dune. Dune. But yeah, there has to be. Also, is it Pearly or is it Arknight? No, it is Pearly. Okay, yeah, it is Pearly. Like, dude, they keep teasing the fucking bike, man. Like, they keep teasing the bike. It is true, but it meant bikes. Oh, seriously though, Chen, where Did they shoot her out of a cannon? Also, this perspective makes her look incredibly long. Look how long Chen is. Don't pause. They're not supposed to pause here. She's so lanky. Whoa. Perspective, camera angle. Also, the model might actually just be getting stretched to get the effect correctly. But yeah, like, actually just catapulted, apparently. And then there's whatever this area is. It's seemingly covered by something, like it's like a big old dome or something, and then there's these fucking... What the heck is this? What is this place? Obviously, very gravish, yes. With Last Rite for some reason, like, kneeling and maybe praying at one of them. With, like, her, like, veil or something popping off. Oh, I guess it's actually like her ice mask. She killed those guys with her ult, and now her ice mask is getting removed. At least she looked kind of pretty there. Notice how they didn't show Last Rite close up with her outfit. She was either a really close face shot, or then like a way wider shot on the mountains. Look, I'm just saying that if the design was better, they wouldn't have to do that, okay? I'm just saying. Some goobers. I saw the Pogger. Pogger is there. Big spear. It's the guys! And his whip. I like that Poggers gets to be in here. Poggers gets multiple scenes. I mean, I guess so did Arknight as well. Look at this child and the massive horns on her head. Also, like, high quality NPC models. I can't overstate how much some light be. True. We could have, like, other BGM. I kind of forgot. We could have other BGM on. I kind of forgot, not gonna lie. Even though I have my fucking headphones on. I have my headphones on and I was just sitting here with listening nothing. Those horns are so big. I kind of love it though. I kind of love that this small child has such big horns. But also, it's still the same child NPC model. They even exist in the cutscene, in the trailer animations. With a little flower. Chen Chen. Also the constant switches between the two endmins, but I mean, that's how all these trailers go. Yeah, do they have really strong necks? Carrying these heavy ass horns? Also, I mean, you know. Also, we got a bunch of feet over here. I think that's just Chen. Yvonne? Someone. And yeah, unmasked endmins. Unmasked endmins, however, appear strangely often in some of the promo art. So, like, I mean, doesn't the fucking official page literally have them unmasked? Well, not well. Because they updated the fucking image. They updated the image. The previous one, I mean, the previous one. They also didn't have masks on. We're fucking specifically. However, let's remember. Only one of these endmins is a penguin. Only female MC is penguinistrator. I mean, yeah. Okay. They updated the image. Makes sense. They would update the image. It is, however, true that indeed she's less penguin when the mask isn't there. And I do indeed wonder, I kind of almost assume that we will indeed have the mask off at some point. I don't know, I feel like they almost hinted at it already. That at some point, mask could go off. Baka? Sir? Huh? They should do more of this with even less clothes, nodders? Because, yeah, the mask is supposed to be like a temporary thingy, yeah. And, like, you even have characters being like... Even Andre, when you first meet Andre, Andre's like... What the mask for? Let me see your beautiful face, Endman, my good old friend. Why mask? So... The sound off on the website no longer works, by the way. If you have sound off, it doesn't actually save it. Unless it's because, I don't know, cookies or some shit. What are we at? 86%? Just over 30 mil? It is true, so yeah, some of the animations do also, however, have the mask on, which is a little funny. Like, in the animations from the past as well, like, the mask is still off, which... Is it just because... With the mask, they're more recognizable, so like players aren't fucking confused who that is. So who knows what the mask is? You can see their eyes under the mask, yeah. They are just under there. The full face is modeled. It's not like there isn't anything under the mask. No, the mask is the face is there. Also, allegedly we got the social media milestone. Allegedly. They could rig the prereq now. I mean, yeah, I mean, absolutely. Let's be real. We love hypergriff, but also there's no way they're not gonna let the preregs happen, okay? Especially now, because now they have, you know, now the game is even gonna be even more, you know, like, oh, it released it out. Pre-register now. Wah 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 wah. So this will be reached. I feel like it will be reached. It was, however, it was a little funny how it was stuck like here. It was stuck somewhere here at like 70-something% for like almost 2 weeks. It was just kind of stuck. Like almost to the point where it's like, is it bugged? Because like legit, like nothing? In 2 weeks, not even a %? And then it like started going up again. I was like, okay, interesting. But yep. Actually, is there like any news now? I mean, beta test live. Okay. Technical test now live. Ending soon. DevCom didn't really have much in it. It was just kind of a, we have heard your responses. Do you really believe that 35 million players are interested in Endfield? I mean, I could. Whether or not all of them are pre-registered is a separate thing, but... And I mean, well, it's more so, is there 35 million people interested, like, global? Is more so the question. Because in China, yes. But they have a separate, like, campaign, so... Also, yeah, there's absolutely going to be some duplicate accounts because, you know, you pre-register to also apply for the beta and stuff. And I'm, you know, people for sure made multiple accounts to apply to the beta. So there are multiple accounts also that are pre-registered, so that's a whole nother thing. Also, yeah, dude, the servers may fucking die on release, however. Or more like, probably will. Because it's gonna be a lot of people trying to log in at the exact same time. Oh, pre-regs are absolutely a marketing thing. No, 100%. Like, to some extent, you can believe them are real, like, they're real. But, like, they pretty much never fail unless you're, like, Project Moon, in which case you're Project Moon and you just, you know, you didn't reach it, and they just went for it. You know? Which is a separate thing, because it's Project Moon. Project Moon doesn't work on, you know, normal marketing logic, where not meeting the pre-registrations might look bad. They don't do that. They might not even realize that not meeting the pre-registrations would look funny. Okay, I mean, the main thing that this trailer does, obviously, other than just look very pretty, it does, however, gives us a little more shots and whatnot of some biomes. I mean, we have first we have like a straight ass sandstorm situation. It is true, Hypergriff does have God Hand as well. They can just pull out an all, which means all pre-registers. There's a pretty doony. Which, I mean, we take those. Dune Peak, also known as. I thought I clicked on the... I was too early. Wasn't on the Snowy Mountain spot. See, close-up of face and then Snowy Mountain. Lisanal Gabibi. Lisanal Gilberta. Dune 3 is next week. Whoa! Algibi. Was a game that did not meet pre-registration, then gave away full rewards anyway in a generous move. Yeah, no. That's the thing. Even if you don't meet the pre-registrations, you're still gonna get the rewards. Like, you're still just gonna get. They're just gonna be like, "Hey, you can have him anyway. You can have him." They wouldn't put the rewards there if it wasn't like a, "Yeah, we're gonna just give this shit to you anyway." Plant in apparently snow. Okay. Oh, also this is the fucking flower that's here later. Wait, I mean, and they're in like the snowy area, and you have this flower, and this flower here in the test tube was in a snowy thingy. The child has the flower. Also, is this Teresa flower? It should be. That flower was from Talos. That flower was from Talos, wasn't it? All of Endfield is to spread Teresa's flowers everywhere. Oh, finally an endgame motivation. Flower farming. That does, however, make me think. Surely, at some point, we will indeed get to the area where the flower is from, right? And then we can cultivate the flower. We have a whole planting thing, you know, there's a whole farming, you know, situation. We can make a field of flowers. Free ideas, Hypergriff, as if you weren't already planning it. Game sucks if it doesn't happen. Real. True. Also, okay, this is also this transition is pretty good actually. I mean, like, boop. It's not quite completely like match cut. I thought it might be like an actual match cut, almost fully. Not quite, just very close. I feel like they almost should have gone through this slight extra effort to try and match cut it. You know? Just have it actually match up perfectly. I mean, in motion, you're not gonna see it, but I think that, well, I mean, Arkham, they have Starset. They just didn't use Starset for this trailer. We have not yet gotten the Starset song that they have made for Endfield specifically, which we know exists. We're probably getting that on actual release. Wisely Berry Mummy caring for Sheep Girl. Shango, I might have to. Indeed. It might be orphans. It's orphans all the way down, okay? It's mostly orphans in Arknights. Let's be real. I do also wonder if they will do another live. I feel like they probably would. I think they probably will have a live stream like sometime in January. Sort of leading up to the release. Just feels, you know, just feels like the logical thing to do, don't it? Yeah, one day they'll release Phoenix on the Rise, and just in general, you know, the songs that they have for the game. One day. One day. Also, yeah, they really specifically. Also, it is funny. Surtur, Levitain, not in here. But Pog, well, Lastrite, Pog, and Arknight get multiple cameos. So I'm wondering then, will they pop up? I mean, are they somewhat also teasing the specific maybe area that they pop up? I mean, Pog is always seen in this desert area in the PV. You know Rossi either, but I mean, they clearly, I mean, they have like the characters who already have existed, like Yvonne, Endmin, Perlica, so on, Chen. And then they chose a couple new ones. Wait, yeah, Arknight is early on, isn't she? Or she? No, she's right now. No, she's here. Fucking dumbass, right there. Look at that mouth on the slightly to the side. Look at this little smirk. They're doing the also show her multiple times here and then later in the snowy area. Get any sort of story? Will they continue the meme? Oh, maybe they just should continue it. Maybe we get it way down. It's like 5 years later we actually get the Surtur lore. Though, I mean, technically we have Surtur lore. The lore kind of just is, if you want to put it in the funniest possible way, the Surtur lore is that she has no lore. But it's kind of accurate. Where's the other Arknight? It's way towards the end when we get to the snow area again. Perfect click exactly onto Arknight. By the way, girl, are you not cold? You are in the snow in your desert garb. I would be a bit chilly. Slightly. Something about this particular composition here that I'm looking at, and I'm like, why is it, I don't know, familiar or something? What am I thinking of? Maybe it's just a common composition that it's just all it could be. And Chen. Look at Chen. Also, all these drones, by the way, we see these drones. These drone thingies, we fucking see them in every single trailer, by the way. I have yet to see them in game. I have yet to see them in game. But they're in every single trailer doing a little flyby. Cutscene cameras. Oh, I see. That makes so much sense. But yeah, legitimately, those little drones are actually in every trailer. But then, I indeed have actually not seen them in the game a single time. So like, now I'm truly actually wondering, when do they appear? What are they? Where are they? They're not in game. I have played game, not in game. Where are they? Anyway. Okay, so I mean, the trailer is mostly just, it shows you a couple biomes, like, hey, you could maybe go to this biome, which we maybe already kind of knew that we would go to biomes like that. And then it looks very pretty. And the song is a song, I guess. The song is a gong. Did the Yvonne banner just go live? Funny. We could hop through. I could do some dailies in the game. I have not logged into Endfield today, so I could like actually go through the game. How long does the beta? I mean, we know how long the beta lasts now. It's December 29th the beta ends, which is it's just over 4 weeks. I mean, literally, it's a day over 4 weeks or whatever. Or like a couple days, not a day, a couple days. And then, you know, we have 3 weeks. Essentially, there's 3 weeks from beta end to game launch. And the Angelina will indeed, yeah. Gilberta will not have a long time on Banner, but I guess they thought of that. Gibby was in beta 1 already. I mean, so was Yvonne, and so was Surtur. But also, Gibby's now in like chartered limited instead. I'm not expecting actually to do many more roles during the beta. Even if I did, I wouldn't really have time to like really build and try out teams anyway. I'm fucking poor. I have no money. Also, I did see. Yes, I did see the release date of the game, January 22nd, is Surtur's birthday in Arknights, which I almost do actually maybe find hard to believe being a coincidence. It's fucking hypergriff. You're still missing Arknight? How? But Cubic, you haven't done like any rolls, have you? Also, I mean, yeah, probably on the beta you'll get a bunch of like freebie rolls at the end. Like, yeah, Levitane's profile doesn't give you a birthday, but Surtur's has a birthday. I think Levitane just like, we don't know Endmin's birthday. Like Levitane doesn't have the same birthday as Surtur, you know? Different people. Different people. There's not like, it doesn't hop over like that, where Surtur has January 22nd, which would mean that Levitane has one, but then Levitane's file said that her birthday is the same as Endmin's birthday. So then Endmin's birthday is like, I don't think it will hop over like that. I think it's just that Levitane doesn't maybe have like an exact birthday, and they're just like, nope, no, whatever. I just have Endmin's. Pull it for your one? Not really. I don't have fucking anything to pull with. I have the freebie 10. I have the freebie 10. I have that. I have the thing you get for 60 rolls in the previous banner. That's all I have, I think. I think that's all I got. Do the other rows all have birthdays? I guess we should check that. I think I already used my bond quota, Renegade, on fucking Surtur. I had to go to 120. And also, I used some rolls on standard because I really wanted Pog. Which did work out. I did get Pog. What are other reconveners? It's a somewhat complicated situation, but they're kind of sort of reincarnated clones. Kind of. But they're also like different people from the originals. It's such a... it's always a crazy question, because like I can either explain it super simple where you don't get all the nuance, or I can yap for half an hour. I will let you listen to this, however, as I'll go by the bathroom quickly before we'll hop in for a little bit of, I guess, Enfield dailies, and I guess we try out the events as well and see what those are like, since they should also be live. Direct them to the entire AK story, right? Just be like, read like 15 novels worth of story, why don't you, okay? Not even a ship with Theseus thing, more like, it's kind of like if you took a completely different ship that just looks very similar. Like, it's a different ship that just was made off of like the same design blueprint as the original ship. And it has a different name and everything. That's kind of what it is. It's like, it's different entity, same blueprint. But also like not completely the same. It's like has different materials and so on and so on. So it ends up being still different, even if it looks the same. Okay, I'll be right back. Closage. Start the gameage. So yeah, we'll do some, I guess, casual Arknights dailies or Endfield dailies experience. Oh, that's very loud. Plus, we have the events, and then we have like a free 10 roll on Yvonne. I swear to God, if I use the free 10 or whatever that I have, and then I just instantly get Yvonne. Dead naming. It's sometimes hard to not dead name them. It's kind of true. We're just, the thing is that we're just so goddamn used to. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, missing robots. Wow, I have so many oh my 1 billion notifications. Oh well, there's some more surveys. Oh, these have a. Oh yeah, this thing. This is a 2-week timer on it. Oh, this might be the last one. It just says overall experience survey, no number or anything. It's super long. That makes sense. There's news. You can't see it. It's literally just news about the overall experience survey. That's what the news was. It was the survey. This event. Combat drills for you one, and then Umbral Monument. Yippers. And yeah, well, yeah, because this is the thing. Umbral Monument doesn't actually have gacha in it. You don't have gacha money from this. The gacha money is from this one, which I think is like a photo event or something. Oh yeah, we have week free missions as well. Oh, that's interesting. The week free missions do, however, also like manually recover sanity, craft 20 consumables. I didn't do these like. I guess I've done them this week maybe, but like the weekly missions only popped up now, but they were already done. Trigger solidification, 30 combo skills. Okay, some of them are after mission update. Okay, yeah. 50 amethyst bottles. I haven't done that. I actually maybe never did make amethyst bottles. It's possible. And then obviously you have the event missions. Now. Doo-doo. Baker, we have 1 billion messages. I went through some side quests again for some small rewards and whatnot. Not even for gacha money. I actually went through some side quests and whatnot to get like upgrade materials because I'm trying to build the damn Levitain team. But it does seem your usual 1 week and most people have done all the non-repeating content. At least the main stuff. Which obviously, yeah, is usually how it goes. I mean, but also, you know, most of the people are also... A lot of them are also playing a lot, okay? When the guys are playing, including me, are playing the game for, you know, 40 hours in the first 2 days. Like, people getting sleep deprived just to play more of the game. Oh yeah, I forgot you get some cheaper ones, which are specific to the banner. I forgot you, yeah, I forgot you. Okay, so this is probably a thing you want to do actually, is then save enough to maybe always get like the cheaper freebies. Have enough of the kickback currency. Oh, also, okay, so the 5-star also you get. Rotates, obviously. That's nice. Oh, minus 95%. Didn't even do that. I need these at some point, sure. Sure. We need them. At some point. I need these as well, I know. No! How much is it? 210? Okay, I can get it if I visit people. Then I have enough. I guess we'll just start with this. Yeppers. We have our dossier. And of course, you know, there is the thing where the dossier also gives you 10, so then you're only 50 away from the next one, which is funny. Yeppers. Spectral Spender, 10x. Okay, yeah, the dossier just gives you a 10. Okay. No, 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 don't do it to me. Don't do this to me.
Catcher, Op Team Z7. My role is giving the team cover and...
Fine, why? I swear to God if it's Yvonne. I swear to God if it's Yvonne. If it's Yvonne, this means that I also have the same exact luck on release, okay? Where I will just get endless Yvonnes. It better. Alternatively, also, if it ends up being fucking Levitate when I, you know, went 120 to get Levitate.
Why do I have
A zero pity, by the way. Absolutely zero.
Edmund, how are... Oh, okay. Stick with the process. Here
I'll
goes.
take Chen Chen.
Enfield
I'd rather take, I would
operations
actually rather take
reporting
Gibby.
for duty.
Okay, I would rather have Gibby. I would rather have Gibby.
Opsy? Why do I...
End of Op...
Ember, Knight of the Order of Steel Oath, reporting for duty.
You're not
Bound by the
Yvonne.
pact, I shall
Which is
obey
weird
your
to say. It was like,
command
oh, I didn't get the
save
limited.
clues.
I'll take an herb. Sure. New is new. And Ember has been updated somewhat, so I do actually want to see how she's updated. She is a weirdly dressed woman, however. Except now, because of, like, I don't know what even to call it, like... Because of, like, the contrast effect. Because Last Rite exists now, I see Ember in a better light. I'm like, oh, it could be worse.
My crusade is far
Which
from
is
over.
a little sad. Like, a little sad. It's a little sad. Like, herb can be used. I might even have a team I can fit herb into. Call her herb. Forsaken ideals? Yes, and I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's just how my brain happened to, like, codify this information. It can only focus, my brain can only focus on so many things at once. So when there's a thing that's worse, the other things get bumped down, and I'm like, okay, I don't care about it as much anymore because I have the other thing. If Ember takes damage from enemies during casting, the slam deals more stagger. Okay. Because, yeah, we knew that it got enhanced by getting hit during it. Just didn't know how. Okay, just does, it does, well, it does double stagger if you get hit. Heat damage, knockdown, normal strikes is normal strikes, 25 stagger, big stagger. Ember is a Sanctaya. Just for some reason, no wings or guns. But the no guns part is almost the less weird part. The no wings is like, where'd they go? Where'd the lore on that one? Combo is same trigger. I think combo is almost unchanged. I think so. Yep. Well, at least in like trigger and sort of basic core functionality. And every teammate a shield based on Ember's max HP. I think it used to just be damage reduction rather than a shield, because the better one didn't have like the actual shield mechanic. Energy cost, damage multiplier, stagger, shield conversion ratio, shield duration. Oh, does she have... Is it now in here? When casting battle skill forward march and the combo skill frontline support, Ember gains 30% protection. Less like to be interrupted, which is nice. So you can actually just tank more. Ember receives damage from the enemy. She gains attack plus 6%. Effect can reach. So this actually does... This somewhat encourages you to maybe use her as your on-field, because then she'll get attacked more, so you can actually like... She does actually very much seem to be designed to actually just face tank shit. Okay, but so that's interesting. They removed... her ultimate used to have like a damage amplification thing. But now it does seem to be just stagger and shield. And yeah, see, and also, yeah, now she's like, she does some heat damage, but she actually just kind of is into a physical team. She is just in a physical team. Because you get some shield stuff, sure, and your survivability stuff. But then you just have knockdown, some healing and stuff. So she's for a physical team now, despite doing some heat damage here and there. Which always is a little funny because, you know, in a physical team, you're going to have like loads of physical debuffs and stuff. So then her heat damage is going to be fucking a wet noodle, but... Other than that, yeppers. Also, we have enough for a weapon roll now, I guess. Wrong place. Yep, could not ill know. I tried to. I did for a little bit, but it was too late. And yeah, only knockdown also, yeah, so she can... Which actually indeed is a good thing that she's only knockdown, because she can stack vulnerable stacks, which is nice. And like, her combo is pretty fucking easy to get. Not a very difficult... I didn't actually check what the cooldown was, but... Shahi from Journal support is last star support now. I think that's better. I think Shahi was, frankly, bad design in Beta 1. She was a universal... She was just the universal best support for literally anyone who deals damage, which is bad. Especially for something like Endfield. It's just... No, that's just shit. It just meant that she was the best in slot option for any team that wants to deal damage. Because she just gave you fucking boatloads of attack. So also, which also meant she was fucking boring as hell. And you can use her, so you can just find another. I feel like that's part of the thing with Enfield is that you could just, if you don't like some other character, just find another team that makes your favorites work. I will not use Quigley Sword. I'm 3 attempts away from Pog's Sword, okay? He still needs a sword. Two 5-star. A new one, apparently. Never mind, it wasn't a new one. It was just the first one. I don't have enough for the next one. I need 100? No, wait, I need 200. Never mind. I get 20 from here. Fuck. I have a single. Surely I get a 5-star from this, and that gives me 200. Nope. Scammed? Scammed?
Originium will carve a path for...
Oh, we're also gonna... We got a dupe? We take it? We take those? Who else? Oh yeah, Chen Chen. Chen Chen also got a dupe. Ultimate energy down. Did I get 3 singles from mail? What? Huh? Oh, we could just give her a weapon. She doesn't need it. What? Wait, what do you use? Strength will. It makes sense. Oh yeah, and will was healing efficiency if you want that. Well, this is will max HP treatment efficiency. Technically works. It works, or than this. No, this almost works better actually.
Great work.
Almost works
I'll put
better.
it to good use.
Did I actually get? Oh, I did. What? They weren't here earlier. We already checked mail. Why did they appear again? Huh? Where'd they come from? Where'd it come from? The heck? Oh yeah, these are just showing me whatever. Okay, well, I have 3 singles? Sure. Where did they come from? We checked mail like 10 minutes ago. Cool.
Catcher.
By the way, if you skip through these on singles, the music doesn't really get to do anything. It doesn't get to like build up and actually do the thing if you just like...
Oxy 7.
It doesn't get to like... It tries to get in there and then it gets overridden.
Catcher.
All 4 stars. I mean, okay, how? I mean, okay, yeah, I just got a 5-star. The roll ended on a 5-star. 1860. Where am I? Oh, yeah, I'm in Dijon. Okay, I wanted to be here. Because we can go do stonks. Stonking? Wooling? Stonking? Stonk me? They're all up! I mean, that's still 3k. That's still 3k. That's also 3k still. No, that's 2k. I can't count. I can get 3k out of this, but I guess I could just wait. I could just wait for tomorrow. I could just wait. Wait. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Can't be bothered. Or Valley 4. I don't really need the money here in Valley 4. I'm gonna be real. Unless I want to buy more gifts, I do not need the money here in Valley 4. Not gonna lie. We might as well check if there's anything like that's giga cheap. That's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Actually, that's probably better than this one, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We'll just do it. We have to visit a friend anyway for, like, doing whatever. Valley Form is just the essence farming? Kinda, yeah. Or it ends up being. You just buy the permits for engraving essences or whatever. Bulk selling, thank you. 1.9 million. Just like that. Visit your base. Renegade, we've been over this. You know this. I quite literally cannot. And yeah, and gifts. Yeah, that's the other one that obviously you use. Is gifts. Because they reset every week and so on. So then, but I think I already bought a bunch of gifts. Just try. He says as if that's possible. We literally tried to add you as a friend on stream. And again, do you have Alzheimer's perhaps? Early onset dementia for Unk? Damn. My condolences. I keep going to the event thing because it says I have an event. Li Feng! Oh, did you get like trust? I think you probably did. Is there a gift shop? Yes, but only for me. I'm the only one who can buy gifts. Only me. Truly, these are something that also just I'll read these on release. Oh, see, I need about release. Not at a good time for me. That weekend, I actually am somewhat tied up, which... God, I can't believe it actually hit the one weekend where I am genuinely tied up. How could this happen? The best I can do is I'm assuming servers open like 5 a.m. again. Either 5 a.m. the 22nd or 5 a.m. the 23rd. And thus I will be there up for when servers open, so I can like be day one and whatnot. And then I can't play at my PC. Like the main thing is I can't be here like playing, streaming for what I did for example, for this beta, where I just, you know, sat here for 12 hours, 2 days in a row, gaming. I just can't do that. I can get some progress stuff and whatnot, but I'll have to like play on phone because I'm also away. It's not even like the birthday is like happening somewhere close by. It's one evening. No, that shit is happening like a drive away. It's like a couple hour drive and we're spending the night and shit there. Unless I find some way maybe that I like could somehow just get home like super late. Like I wouldn't spend the night. So I'd be like at home for like Saturday. 23rd is a Friday. Oh, so 22nd is a Thursday. But if it's the same thing that was with beta, then it's like it's Thursday if you're in whatever, like if you're West Coast US, then it's on Thursday. Otherwise, it ends up being like Friday because of time zones. So we'll see if that's the same thing here as well, or if it will actually be on a Thursday. But considering how they've consistently done this for all the betas, oh my god, bastard. Considering how they've done that for both betas, they've had the release be like set up like that, where it's Friday. My time, like Friday, like oh yes, it opens on Thursday, but then for most time zones it's actually Friday, and it's just the US time zones where it's Thursday. I'm gonna get out of here so I can click on this robot.
Well,
Hacking hacker. Okay, I'm here. I'll just pick up the mushrooms a little bit as well. I don't need these mushrooms. I'm only building one more team, and I think I have all the mushrooms that I need for that. What is it with gacha games on Thursdays? There is something about it. They do always have like updates are Thursday or like Tuesday. Oh, it's up there. Oh, it's up there. I think it might just be something about like, you know, because then you're not like, people can, if you update on a Thursday, it's close to the weekend, so then like people can pretty quickly get to the weekend and use time on the update. But also it's not actually on the weekend so that you can do your work, you know, as the dev. And not have to be at work on a weekend necessarily. Didn't I fucking click on these already? Huh? Did I click? There was 2 of them? Did I click? I guess I just didn't click, even though... What the heck? Okay, sure. Day 2 player fake fan. I will be day 1. Technically, I'm not a day 1 player for this beta. Because... Alright, we got... I forgot we had these 2. Incredible 20 Orbel and 2k credits. Chinese New Year, we're about 3 to 4 weeks after Endfield launch. Well, the thing with Chinese New Year is that it changes every year. It's not just like a specific day. It's like it's like almost a month. There's like almost 4 weeks of time span that Chinese New Year's can land on. So then technically actually January the 22nd can actually be within Chinese New Year's. It has been before. Chinese New Year's has been like as early as I think January 17 or something. So like they can still, like the Enfield anniversary can still hit on a Chinese New Year, which is funky. Do you think we'll be able to control our current character when we activate others' combo skills? You can though, like you can if you just press the buttons, you can. I'm pretty sure, or maybe like yeah, I guess it does pause sort of slightly, but like when you're activating a combo skill, it's like half a second maybe of pause. It's like technically, really, you are controlling. Like you kind of are controlling them. And even combo skills don't pause completely. I think ultimates pause stuff like completely. Like actually everything freezes for the animation period.
Danger up ahead. Let me see how
So you don't get like fucking randomly blasted the mid-ult animation, which I think you could in beta 1. I think you could actually get hit, which is funny, but not ideal. Also, right, how far was I?
You finally remember
On my Surtur team, what I need is... I need these for everyone. I need 120 of these to get everyone to E3. To promotion 3. And then I need like a fucking billion skill materials, sure. And then... Wolfguard still needs XP.
The pack hunts with purpose.
Wolfguard still just straight ass also needs XP. And then some of the weapons also need leveling, so...
Looking for me?
And promotions, I think. Yeah, I need these. I have 3 of them.
Sunny for this day as well, Professor.
I need 3 times 18 of them. I mean, well, yeah, if I just start this and I use Chen ult, Helliger was like at the exact same spot of the normal attack there, so it just kind of freezes. And I'm pretty sure I just, as I've played, I have noticed that I'll use an ult Like maybe as an enemy attack is coming in. And by the time that the ult has ended, I have not been smashed by an enemy attack. So. And does everyone... Okay, everyone ends on 26. Yeah, we might just... Gilberta Banner might go live and we're just given like a pile of rolls. I mean, they did that in beta 1. They just dumped you like 300 tickets or something. Like a couple days before the beta ended. They just fucking dumped you. Which, I mean, makes sense. Beta's ending.
Mind decides who lives and who dies.
Yeah, my stamina currently is just going into getting Wolfguard leveled up, then into getting everyone promoted.
You finally remember.
And then actually still trying to level them up a little bit as well, possibly, but then also getting all these skills. Which is going to be a lot, because I'm going to need a lot of these. But actually, I did notice, you get a fair amount of these skill materials, and also some of the earlier promotion materials, actually from exploration. TNA server is paid, but actually I wouldn't be surprised still if they just dump us with a bunch of rolls at the end. Because they've already done the paying that they want to do. Like, because it all resets. It doesn't matter for the people who paid either that they get some free rolls right before the beta resets. That doesn't matter to them, really. Only have to wait 3 weeks before this game after this beta ends. I believe the game needs 2 more years. Imagine. Dude, imagine if it just continued and it was just like, nope. No game for you. I guess maybe we just try Umbral Monument first, though. Talk to Sergio Leon. Sketches of innocent. Oh, okay. It gives you a timed. Right, yeah. I mean, this is the other event, isn't it? Yeah, this is the other event. It just says you that you have 2 weeks to do it. And this actually gives you new feature. What? But it doesn't say time limited, which is interesting. I'm assuming it still is. But it would be funny if actually it wasn't, and it was just a thing you can, like, always, like, it's not time. What if it isn't? What if it is just there always? The agenda needs to continue. The Endfield tournament. Exactly. They're killing all of our memes, man. They're killing all our memes. How could they do this? Also, okay, so this event now happens here. This is where fucking the other game mode in beta 1 used to be. Now it's here instead. Wait, your name is Sergio Leon? I'm sorry, but you don't look like a Sergio Leon. I was imagining something slightly different based on a challenging combat event given by a guy named Sergio Leon. Real life experience filled up right to film my movies. Okay, some kind of. I mean, it's a thinly veiled little thing like, oh hey, we have combat simulations. Common devices gave piercing creatures. The drones crashed into the ground. The landbreakers turned to look as they mumbled desires for blessings and vengeance. Behind them stood tall, shadowy figures amongst the forest of dense stacks. What's this? Ah, it's the medal. The classic, the medal indication down here. Enemy intel. Oh, they start at level 60s. They do have effects. Immobile, but harder to interrupt and continuously gains attack. Actually, the immobile is not necessarily a good thing if they're really spread out. So rewards, you get some XP. These are somewhat important. These seem to be somewhat expensive to get, and are needed for like the top level upgrades. And some of these and some of these. But I need. First of all, I do actually. First of all, we have this. This is like the combat event. Apparently, it can get real fucking hard, especially at this point where we don't have like actually necessarily fully built teams. There's an agony mode apparently. Clear normal mode to unlock. Okay. So it's challenge mode.
Get ready.
But they didn't put pulls into this event, which I would say is possibly indeed a good thing. Don't put pulls into the super high-end content. Okay, first of all, they really are just static. Which, in my case, is actually not a good thing. Okay, also, it seems you do not start at... you start at, like, consistent 0. And yeah, there is a countdown. I mean, I do see the countdown. I wonder if you can still group them, though. I'm assuming you can. And we'll check once we have, like, a Leaf Ult or something. But yeah, I'm assuming you can still group them. It's just that they're not... You can't group them manually, which, however, is a little funky. I can't just, like, kite them and push them to group. Which makes AoE some of them ever so slightly more important. Oh, I also just noticed that, indeed, you don't get a healing in here, but I guess that makes sense. So you don't even get your consumables heals. Which sometimes it is hard to see. These guys, when they're just shooting their normal ass arrows instead of these red circles, not the easiest to see that you're maybe getting shot at. Ow, see? Especially if you're attacking them. So I'm just like slowly running out of hell. I don't have a healer in the team!
Very professional move.
I have to fucking run around. Alright, because they gain attack as they're just stationary, so the idea is, I guess, to... Actually, does this group them? Well, it didn't group them at least, like... I keep getting hit, man. I have to, like, really pay attention to not get hit by just, like, the basic arrows, as I have no healer in here. There's still more? No, it's just one more. Oh, because they're also harder to interrupt. Yeah, that was the thing. Don't hit me. Oh god, I'm actually gonna die because I don't... It's these fucking guys I forgot. They put 3 of the fucking worms that I hate. Let's see, I'm dead. When, you know, I have no healing because I also don't have my... I've been relying on consumable heals. My consumable heals, they don't exist. Also, yeah, these guys with fucking stacking attack as they just spam their fucking balls and thus you cannot attack them at all times. I guess I don't have a ranged unit, so, you know, maybe that's on me. So, like, this team is not the most ideal for this particular challenge. It's gonna be just kind of scuffed. What can I say? Ow. No, fucking area denial, man. Just fucking barely. Ever so fucking barely. 3 enemies with AoE movement denial, and they're like, you know, they indeed are stacking attack. I mean, first of all, any team with even some healing would help a lot. Because the thing is, I feel like still often in... I mean, and here maybe you have to consider it more, which is fair enough, that you have to consider it more. But... well, okay, well, never mind. So, Agony doesn't increase their... Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, level 90. I see. Yeah, now they're fucking 90s. That's fucking what? Considering how expensive it is to get to 90. You get the same rewards. Actually, I think you get slightly less. No, it's the same one. Okay, so you get the same rewards for what you're doing on Agony. But yeah, I mean, level 90. Most people do not have... Maybe you have level 80s who are promoted.
Ready to break camp on command.
But yeah, obviously not having, you know, your consumable heals is a little funky. I almost feel like maybe you should be able to bring some consumable heals in. But it does, I guess, then encourage to instead have a team that can, you know, also... First of all, maybe actually has some grouping, yeah. Also different music, by the way. The music was almost chill in the normal mode. But yeah, they just... I mean, first of all, as you can see, I fucking do no damage! Because they fucking sniped me! I mean, those two do reasonable damage, but... I hear that guitar. Actually, this is kind of quiet. Why is it so quiet? I mean, Panda still does damage. Panda with Crush still just does damage. But yeah, this stage encourages, you know, certain things. This stage encourages kind of AoE slash grouping and actually having some healing, which obviously I don't have. So this particular team, I feel like it specifically struggles with this one, just because it doesn't have any consistent healing, and it doesn't really have grouping. At least it doesn't. I'm so fucking low already. Oh wait, Gilbert, I can't group them? Okay, then you just do need like a different kind of AoE and not grouping. If Gilby can't group them, then yeah, also like, I mean, I truly am just like constantly just... He's gonna die again! My guy, he's gonna die! I'm fucking dodging for 1 billion years. I'm just running around having to use my thingies because I have no healing. So this one, I'm assuming this doesn't group them either.
Once known, be dead.
Fucking 200 health gaming, man. Oh. I just realized fucking Panda died on his own, by the way. Panda just fucking died on his own. I didn't even notice. I was wondering, like, wait, where is my Panda combo? I look down. No Panda. No Panda. Yeah, that one's tough on this particular team. Just because, like, especially those normal arrows, it is hard to avoid everyone. So then you really just want a little bit of healing. Only move them when they're staggered. Oh, did they move when they were staggered? Maybe. Could be. How's the new game mode? Possibly interesting. Why are both of them? I mean, this one technically doesn't, like, this one soft encourages healing. This one just kind of directly encourages healing. I don't have healing. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't have healing. I'm like, I guess I could just put in what's her face? Ardelia? Then I had some. It's not like my Ardelia is level 1.
Ready to break camp on command.
It's just, who do I think I might actually end up replacing Panda then. Though Panda does good damage, but... Because this team is not ready to do anything yet. Why do I have 2 of this team? Do I? I do have 2 of this team. So if instead we have... So I wonder if I replace... Do I replace Panda or Li Feng? I think Panda. Also, I think my Li Feng is also just like higher invested essentially.
I've readied the process.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, Ember can... does Ember heal? Or does it just the protection? Ember heals with combo. The other game mode? What other game mode? There's 2 events at the same time, currently.
Watch your step.
Oh, and you meant like the one that was in beta 1? Yeah.
That was incredible. I'm fired up.
Indeed, I can, you know, actually get some healing from this. I can already do that. I just get to do it. Oh, well, it's just because there was multiple enemies with corrosion, so I got to do it multiple times. Okay, that makes sense. Why is the music kind of weirdly quiet? I did turn the music down at some point. I don't think I turned it that much down. It's quite strangely quiet.
That move of yours was incredible.
Dogs! I don't need some healing soon. I might be even taking quite a lot of damage even. So is actually Ardelia because she's low level, so she... Ah, healing! Healing! I didn't even notice Ardelia was here, just fucking dying. Oh, the vulnerable stacks literally just left. I don't have enough healing. My Ardelia isn't leveled. My teams are being hard countered by the fucking game mode, man. She died! She's fucking dead. I'm just now going to slowly die as there is no healing for me. I was supposed to use Pog's skill, but... somewhat problematic as I slowly just die to attrition. Ow. My camera? How many more enemies is there? 8 out of... Oh. 1 more? I'm dying! Get the fuck out of here! Get out! I need to do damage to you!
Once known, be dead.
Okay, well, we have 2 guys left who are also dying. Why are you walking? Another? Ow. 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 I mean... Oh, there's suddenly the dogs summoned? I'm dead. Also, yeah, true. Ardelia actually didn't have any gear. I did also forget. Because I didn't even make a gear. Because I was just waiting to get gold gear. But there's no gear, they have no gear. And by the time I got to that guy, I was just, you know... everyone was fucking dead. Now, what does this one do, though? Oh, the mechanics here is just fight a team of 2 elite enemies. Okay, sure enough. Yeah, you have... Ballista guy and Axe guy. Okay, yeah. So you just have two elites at once. Yeah, yeah, that guy is sort of interesting, a cool fight. The punchy guy. Like, it feels like he really has like he has like a sort of rhythm to the fight that you actually have to think about. You can't just sort of run into him and just hit him. You have to actually like let him, like you have to react to what he does instead. Thursday's confusingly easy. Well, one thing is that you don't just fucking, like you can, I feel like you can avoid damage more. But indeed, for example, in these, you are not avoiding all the damage. You are not avoiding all the damage. For example, Poison Mist. You're not gonna fucking be dodging the Poison Mist. And with the countdown being 10 minutes, right? Like, okay, is that a 10-minute timer? I feel like that's reasonable. 10 minutes is like if you're taking 10 minutes, then maybe something else is wrong. I mean, technically on this one, you could just be taking it super, super slow and indeed just otherwise just avoiding. and not having... I mean, I did do the normal mode without a healer. But agony mode very quickly became difficult without a healer. Anyway. Interesting. Also, so this is the first one? There's 2 more, I guess. Do these just unlock once you do this one? Or... Okay, well, yeah, because this is the Forsaken Land. But I guess, I mean, this, I guess, implies indeed that there's, like, then other versions. Or, like, you know, like, this is this one, but there's 2 more. But I don't think, are these 2 in this event as well? Or do they just come, do they come later during the event? Or are they, you know, placeholders for, like, hey, there will be more? Also, yeah, indeed, the timer, you know, even if you clear 1 second before the timer, you get everything. There isn't like a, oh, you have to clear this fast to get all the rewards. It's just, you have to clear the time limit. It is more like a sort of it gives you a bit of still like, you can't indeed play so passively that you're just not even interacting with the mechanics. So for now, at least, I think it's like, yeah, it's an anti-stalling timer, which, I'm gonna be real, for the most part, at least in a game like this, anti-stall timers, I think, are a reasonable thing to have in there. In Arknights, for example, I think anti-stall timers are not necessary. For some, it makes sense. I think sometimes you do want the anti-stall timer. I mean, obviously, for example, in Arknights, you have... I mean, even in Arknights, right, we do have timers. They're just hidden. Because we have bosses who don't move, right? We have bosses who don't move. And they realized eventually that when you have some point they realized they had one boss who doesn't move and I think didn't have a timer, the first one. And then they realized, oh, yeah, how'd that work? So then they made bosses who are stationary and thus cannot leak and thus kill you. Like, there's no fail state. There needs to be a fail state, even if, like, you can permanently avoid the enemy or whatever. Push the boss off the map and global snipe them. That's a whole separate thing. Yeah, like... A timer is just like a truly final fail state kind of backup, which really only needs to be there. Like it should be something that only activates if you're like really like stalling and sort of just waffling about, not really even doing anything. And in that kind of situation, I think it works. Like that's when it's doing a job that is kind of needed. Because yeah, in Arknights we just have, yeah, Vector Breakthrough indeed I think does have actual timers. And it's like a, you know, a particular type of challenge content. And then otherwise we indeed just have bosses that have, essentially just have timers. If you don't kill them fast enough, they just game over you because they're stationary. But the medal looks really pretty. I'll check it out. Wait, I can pull it up on stream. Where did you send it? And yes, Fizzy, it was Miss Piggy in TGA. Where's the metal renegade? Where is it? Also, what is this Jeff picture? What is this Jeff picture? Damn. Me when Miss Piggy. It wasn't the creator server? I didn't see it. I was looking at the wrong channel. Oh, it is real pretty. Oh, can I open this? Oh, I can't. You should have just sent me an image. I can't open a video on stream easily. It's very rainbowy. I'm assuming also the video just isn't straight up ass isn't loading right now. That was the phase it was stuck on where the clip wouldn't load? Oh, yeah, we did have that thing where the clip didn't load. Yeah, okay, the video isn't playing right now. Apparently the medal is animated. Which is indeed a cool thing you can indeed do here. Okay, well, here's just an image as well. Of what the medal looks like. I'm in the wrong place. Pretty colors. And allegedly it is animated. The video just wasn't loading. And isn't currently, because, you know, Discord. Which is something indeed, well, first of all, it could be cool to have that in Arknights as well. Like, a bit of animation in some medals. But it does feel like it does feel like the kind of thing that somehow fits better in Enfield rather than Arknights. Do you know ball battles? Huh? What kind of balls? And I guess it's just the same colors. It's the sort of orange. I guess there's a little bit of green. No, there's not exactly a whole lot of green in the 6-star pool. But it's like the sort of orange-focused kind of iridescence / rainbowy effect. Yeah, right now the medal display does not have... Well, I mean, I think it has the same amount of slots that custom medal display does on Arknights, I think. But obviously one thing I hope we... Obviously, however, speaking of that, for the medal displays, I do hope we also get, like, you know, medal sets, like specific sort of more custom medal sets you can display instead, like we do in Arknights for events. I do kind of hope we can also have that as an option. Where you can have kind of like a more curated, like specifically designed medal set. And you can like, hey, I have the complete medal set of this thing. I know, apparently I do not know about ball battles. Also, yeah, indeed, this event is permanent. This is a thing that is just going to be permanently there. It is not, there's no timer, it's just permanently there, and then you can go back when you're like good at, when you actually have a team that can clear it, you can go back and do it. And obviously, I mean, clearly just, I'm assuming I can probably access it through a menu as well, instead of just going to her. Actually, never mind, I literally can't access it from her, fair enough. Because yeah, I mean, there's 2 slots for like other setups and other versions of this. This is just one. And indeed, there's no gacha money in this one. So like, they're not limiting the truly necessary rewards. Like, you know, they're mandatory rewards. The only mandatory rewards where people have to get them is gacha money. And maybe like some, not even cosmetics. No, honestly, it's literally just the gacha money. And there's none in here. And indeed, it's a permanent one. Which I think is the better way to go. Where you can get your gacha currencies fairly simply. And sort of those aren't locked behind like the super difficult content. I guess I'm gonna go to this one next. Oh, we have to read Fiona's message. Hello, Fiona. I have 2 more messages in here. The heck, so many messages. Also, indeed, camera event. Which is, you know, just like, yep, okay. It's a camera event. No, I don't want to track that one. Am I tracking the correct thing right now? I am. And yeah, because indeed, this one says indeed it's timed. And yeah, okay, so I was wondering, because this one said timed clearly, while Umbral Monument had the tag for unlock new, like, thing. So yeah. I just also think that's a good thing to have stuff like that, to be permanent. Where it's just there. You can go do it whenever you want. Did we not interact with this girl in a... Isn't this girl in the Gibby side event? Or side event? Companion quest, I mean? Bah. 'Twas in the concrete jungle. Don speak? Don Quixote? Oh yeah, that was... No, Ginny... No. Ginny is in Valley Pass. Ginny was the one with Veritapathy. But then there's also a girl in the Gibby's companion quest. An NP, like a little child who likes taking photographs. So like, isn't this one? So people are already being upset that it has crowns. What do you mean, like these things? It has these? I mean, there are multiple sources for these. But also, what are you upset about? They're permanent? The rewards are permanent? You can get them when your team is good enough? What is there to be upset about? Also, this item is relevant for increasing the power of your combat team. So if you don't care about the combat aspect, you don't want to do the difficult combat stuff, you don't need it. You don't need it. The only thing it does is make you stronger in combat, so that you can do the combat event. Which means if you care about the combat event, you would do it anyway. And it's like, oh hell yeah, I get more crowns for my effort, then I can make myself even stronger. Huh? Also, yeah, you're not gonna be worrying about these until way fucking later. These are actually like some of the most endgame stuff. Like these are what? These are needed, I think, is it just skill masteries is what these are needed for? Had to stop looking at the official Discord beta channel. People started super critical now. Over this? What in the hell? Yeah, it was in the concrete jungle with escaping princess. Now over gacha and story still and stuff. Okay, now okay, so the usual things and not this one specifically. Concrete jungle with escaping princess ran into the knights from the castle in the sky. Truly is done. An evil caster from a foreign land has arrived in the minions. They're destroying our valley. So saith the knights of the sky. Almost says Arknights. Warriors of the valley need our help. Refer to Carly's story, then take a photo at the hub worker dorms. Include Carly in the photo. At least one operator of the faction, Endfield. Photo shows at least 3 operators. Group post formation. Row. Yep, I mean, well, yeah, okay. I didn't have to track it. I'm fucking next to her. Enter camera mode. Okay, well, right. Yeah, I looked at these at one point already. I feel like they should maybe be facing me, but also apparently Carly is not included in the photo. It's a little funny. I'll put it like it's the knights. Carly and our knight, obviously, and Chen is part of Endfield, so the group aura farming. Subsequent missions not yet. Not good. Yeah, this is the thing where it's like whatever, right? They unlock every day. Yeah. Yeah. It's the unlock every day type thing. Oh. Okay, I think that's just a nice little detail. Is the reason why we don't have the next photo task is because Carly is fantasizing. That's why we gotta wait a little bit. She has one fantasization a day. Also, I mean, these, you know, it looks cute with all the style of it being like this sort of scrappy picture book. I almost kind of wish that they made some of these buttons and stuff actually match a little bit as well. But maybe they could do that. They might do that later. Or they left them so that they're recognizable and sort of consistent, that your like go buttons are always the same. May as well say she's sleeping. No. She doesn't sleep. She's hooked up on caffeine at all times. She would never sleep. I'm almost done with the battle pass. We're at 52. Hang on, what did I just get? No, I got sanity usage permits. Yeppers. I think it's just once a day, because I mean the day is fucking halfway through. It's on whatever recent. Wait, chat. No. Yvonne rate up. Hues of passion chartered headhunting. They've given me a push notification for the gacha being live. This is the... I didn't know the beta client had push notifications. That's the first one I've ever gotten. What the heck? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Well, sure. I pretty much always, however, have just push notifications turned off. for any of those games. I'm like, I know what's happening. I don't need push notifications to know what's happening, okay? I know exactly when my stamina is full. I know when the new banner starts. I know when daily reset is. I'm addicted, okay? I'm obsessed. I'm addicted. I know what's happening. I don't need you to remind me.
The slightest slip of
My device doesn't meet the test requirements, but I still got the push notifications. That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, apparently this survey is very long. I mean, I'll just do it at some. Also, there's it might be like the last survey we get, considering it also has a two. What the fuck was that guy doing? Did you see that? You see that guy? What'd he do? Anyone legitimately got a max spot start in the time this banner opened? There's probably one fucking guy who just got insanely lucky, yeah. Obviously, people on CN did for sure, because they could just pay. They were allowed to buy rolls, so they could get as many, you know, quite a lot. What should I don't need to gather rare growths. I do, however, have stamina that could possibly be used. I don't know if I want to do any. Wrong one. Stock redistribution. Anything in here that I want to buy? Not really. I mean, the only things I'd buy is these to get, you know, more. Whatever. More attempts at gear stuff, which doesn't matter that much. I know people who got pot 3 last, right? In beta 1, I think I got possibly a max, almost max dope Yvonne. Check your for servers in Korean or in English. I'm assuming it's in English. It's in English. Pot 4 Ember? What the fuck? I guess in that way I've kind of been lucky with my 6 stars. The only 6 star I have a potential of is Ardelia, and that's because you get 1 Ardelia for free. Oh, the server was in CN for you? What the fuck? That's funny. Yeah, Ardelia's pot 1 just because she, like, you get a free one, and I happen to get her from wherever. Also, I didn't fucking notice. There's still 1 more stamina delimiter in here. I didn't even get this thing, man. I need 3 more Oraline to get. Actually, now I need way more. I need way more. I need 15 Oraline. I need Oraline. We could maybe go here, and indeed, we could use some stamina. See how close can we get? Our characters leveled up. I think I do need 2 runs of XP for Wolfguard. I'm pretty sure. Wrong place. Actually, also, you know what? You know what? I'm actually just gonna do this Ember one real quick. I want to use her skills.
Initiate training session.
Beep boop, beep boop. However, the thing with these operator guides, right? They are like super basic. They don't really show you like necessarily how to consider them into a team. They are just kind of like, hey, here's what the skills do. Try them out. All right, oh yeah, they want you to do while she's getting hit. Okay, I didn't read. Ian can't read. Bonk bonk. Ember's combat lines I kind of like though. Actually, in general, the combat lines in English I feel have been improved quite a lot from beta 1 to beta 2. Those are some of the main ones that I was like not super hot on in beta 1 for some of the English combat lines. Yeah, I mean, at least, you know, okay, yeah, you get vulnerable and then you crush, you know. Combo skill, or, yep, where we just get fucking smashed. Hit me. Funny, they make you use Endmins first as well. Ember ultimate does damage to enemies and grant shields. Yeppers. Oh, look at my shield. Wow, you can't do shit. Okay, and they are just like hard shields. It's not like damage reduction or something. It is just hard shields for a timer and then... Actually, I can get hit. I can actually just get hit.
Unity delivers blade synergy.
Training session completed.
Wow, wee wow. As with team building is something a player should be taken into consideration. I mean, that is also true, yeah. I think it's not like a huge deal that these little introductions don't... I mean, this one, I guess, kind of sort of had a little bit, you know, like, hey, this is how you can use it. Like, some normal basics
Whatever comes
to it.
next.
It would be nice to actually see, yeah, actually having like an indicator of how much shield you actually have. Having like an overlay on the health bar. Or like, hey, this is how much shield you currently have. Would be nice, just for, you know, clarity and actually knowing how much you have left. Grants her 1 stack of Melting Flame. She can reach up to 4 stacks of Melting Flame. Already has Melting Flame, then you get an enhanced version.
Be consumed.
Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. I can just like multi-hits. And they, oh yeah, because if she has more than 0, then she also uses them. Talent. Oh yeah, okay, well yeah, okay. For her, it is indeed relevant to actually give a tutorial on talent. I don't think I've seen this for anyone else yet, really. Maybe Ardelia had a talent sort of explanation as well, since it is somewhat relevant. But yeah, I mean, especially for Levitate, it's like very much like, yeah, you need the talent. Wow, they kind of hurt. Bonk, boom. Combo. Combustion or corrosion. All enemies with combustion or corrosion. Okay. So yeah, that's one reason why actually Ardelia does work really nicely. Because she can just trigger corrosion like instantly. Did I literally just use battle skill. What did I do wrong? Also, these guys hurt. Why do they... they hurt. They actually do damage. I think I interrupted the animation of her battle skill. Okay, well that's a good thing to consider. You can interrupt it so that she doesn't actually do the last hit and apply combustion. Did Wolfguard Wolfguard is so aggressive. Before we loaded in the tutorial tips, Wolfguard already shot one of them. So aggressive. I'm not allowed to use this combo. Especially Starter's battle lines have been really improved. They were a little weak in EN dub for... Oh yeah, also yeah, during ult. That is also in hand. It looks really hecking cool in ultimate. Her battle skill during ultimate is really hecking cool. Took me to realize the link icon goes next to your health bar. Same. Same. I was like that. I even read in like a survey or something that, oh, the link bar is here. Even after that still. I was like, where is it? Huh? Because I think the thing is that you don't actually look down over at the bottom where your stuff is. You don't look at that very often because you're wanting to actually pay attention to the enemies. Which maybe in a way is a good thing, you know, like, oh, I can't just be looking wherever the hell I want. I have to be actually focusing on the things happening currently. And no, you don't need dupes or shooter. I don't. No. Don't. You don't really need dupes for anyone. That's kind of one of the big points and one of the big bonuses that so far, there really isn't anyone who needs dupes. I just spam when I place her and it works. She does her team. If you have the team especially like set up nicely, it does kind of work that yeah, you just kind of click on the things when it tells you to click on them, and things just kind of die. Like it seems very complex, and then you start doing it, and it's like, oh, never mind. You just kind of like it kind of just works. It just works. It just works. Anyway, we need XP for Wolfguard. And then we need... Then we need very many fucking promotion material items. I should have maybe done Hoggy attack first, or Hogger's battle skill first, but you can get breach now.
Once known, be dead.
Ow. I'm still dog ass at dodging that, by the way. I somehow just always mistime it. That particular attack. But also this guy has like 2 attacks, honestly. He has this attack, and then he has like the you know, he spits range shit at me. I should just finish that normal attack combo instead of interrupting it.
At my command.
A little overkill. Most of them are kind of dead already, but
Evil shall face karmic justice.
just kind of bonk. It just kind of disappeared for that one. Oh yeah, we can use double. Boop. I think that should be enough XP for Wolfguard. Should be an option to put your character to the level of the boss, because I always end up overloaded by the time I finish everything. I don't think that was an option in CBT1. Unless maybe like story boss? No, not even story bosses. I remember I fucking bodied Triagalos in Beta 1 because I was like much better geared.
For something?
I was like a little bit over progressed when I got to Triagalos. So for me at least there wasn't. Maybe you had to be like really over leveled or something. I don't know.
Still waiting for something?
What am I looking for? I'm looking for Wolfguard.
The pack hunts with
Yeppers! We actually even have a tiny bit of XP left over, except obviously for the next levels we need a different XP item. Now we just need 1 billion proto sets. Chat, look away. I'm doing the thing. You can get 2 sanity refreshes for decent... Whatever, because you can do 2 and it costs 1. But then after 2, it starts costing 2 per. So then it's not worth it anymore. But I mean, also it's a beta where shit just resets, and I'd rather just try out the teams. I don't really need to roll on anything anymore. It costs 80 per. So I actually do need like 1 more to be able to do 2 runs. I need 1 more. Proto sets. These ones. 14 per. How much did you need for... You obviously need a bunch more for the last
for something?
promotion, but... You need 40. You need 4. You need 3 runs for 1. It's not actually 3. It's like what? It's 2... It's a bit under 2.5. Obviously, then you still need, you know, you need 75 for this one. So some of these, they take quite a few. You need quite a few material. Well, see, some of these materials you do actually just find if you're just collecting and everything in exploration. You actually get a surprising amount of some materials. Also, I forgot I could buy this. How many do I have now? 1880. And yeah, you can obviously, yeah, you have like, you know, this stuff where you can buy. I think I've already used. Okay, I had some more now, but I kind of used up. I actually used up most of this. I used up most of my thingies on actually buying credits, so I didn't have to farm credits. Because for the other ones, right, for the other things you need to farm, there's kind of like a finite end to it. Like there's a much clearer end point. Like, oh, I need 120 of this item, so you kind of know how many runs you need. While credits, you just kind of constantly need, and it's not easy to calculate how much you need.
For something?
And stuff starts costing a lot. If we go over here to this weapon and we, oh, like, I mean, let's put 10 levels, right? Let's put 60 to 70, right? It'll cost me 25,000. Okay, it's okay, you know, that's something. If we just go to 80, it's suddenly 100k. Shit starts costing a lot. And how much was the promotion here as well? This also just cost you a flat 225. There's 56 of these. 225. Some of these also start costing a fair amount, as do these. Or actually, here I can't check actually how much they start. Actually, if I go to Pog, I can check how much the later ones cost.
Let's go over the map.
Wrong place. This was 8.2k. Honestly, with skills, I feel like the main limiter is these. These are the ones you run out of like first. I mean, it starts getting somewhat more expensive on the creds as well. Like this one is 24. Okay, a mastery for 24k is not that much. I think that's less than one run of the credits stamina usage. So it's much more so these. These go so quickly. A T4 weapon is like 155k credits, yeah. But this is actually the first time. I only run out of credits kind of recently now. When I was just really leveling up sort of 1.5 teams, and while I was going through the exploration, and thus getting a fair amount of money from there, I didn't really actually run out. I had more credits than I could kind of use up early game. And then you get to like a point where you maybe start leveling up another team and some of the later upgrades for stuff, and then suddenly it's a lot. Then you start needing a lot of them. But even there, I feel like you have a somewhat finite amount. Like you kind of know like how much you'll end up needing quite a lot. But most of the time, T creds have not felt like the main limiter. Also, I mean, how much is 10 levels? From 70 to 80, 71k. Which is actually pretty similar to the weapon, because I did 10 levels already. So if you add 25k onto this, then it's very similar to the weapon amount. Actually, it's like the same. I don't think upper and lower RD is cheaper, no. I think, well, yeah, it shouldn't be. I mean, if you check Akakuri, even just for promotion, it's the exact same amount of stuff as
I hate fools who like
level 10. It's the same stuff. Same cost, which I think is fair, because, well, I mean, okay, no, the value isn't exact same, but the value for characters is not so different where, like, one should be significantly cheaper to upgrade. Maybe the 4 stars, I think it could be reasonable for the 4 stars specifically
Let me do something for Enfield.
to be slightly cheaper, in maybe at least in some parts. The 4 stars could be slightly cheaper, but between like 5 and 6 stars, they can just be the same. Because meanwhile, in Arknights, there's a much clearer difference between rarities, and thus why they're cheaper. Like, you know, 6 stars have additional talents and stuff like that others don't. So, yeah, they're going to be more expensive. But I think for 4 stars, it could kind of... Because 4-star... First of all, the 4-star roster will probably be a little bit more static. And they're kind of designed to be as operators you can use to fill out teams. So it would be nice to maybe be able to have them
to discuss with me
more easily upgraded. Obviously, you obviously max pot them like fucking instantly. You're gonna have all of them at max pot fucking right away. But yeah, for 4 stars, I think it could make sense to make them slightly cheaper. But yeah, everything else is, I think it makes sense that they're the same price. Have a promoted low light. Because I switched teams at some point. I got Pog and then I switched teams. That's what I did. That's what happened, okay? We got Pog, so we switched teams. Is this the one with the fucking... Fucking no. I was, the previous one of this has the goddamn... Has the fucking worm. Why is there no music?
That was incredible. I'm fired up.
Where did my music go? Oh, there it is. What the fuck? Where was the music?
Once known, be dead.
Watch it, don't get hit. Give me a shout anytime. You shall be ready.
Give me this one as well. I could have instead taken Panda's Crush instead of this.
That was an oversight.
Oh, I was in AoE there. That's fucked up. Okay, so, never mind. I thought the music fixed itself. It is not. I can barely hear that shit. Okay, I accidentally went back into the attack. I do not love Worm. I fucking hate Worm, man. He really does like using that attack, though, as you can see. He loves that attack, man. I didn't have combo skill yet? Damn! Okay, sheesh. I used that too early, by the way. If you didn't notice, I used that way too early. Bonk. If we should hire the worms instead, oh, it would be more effective. If they could control the worms, I mean, it is how it usually is, you know. The one who controls the worms controls the world. We learned this from Dune already. You know, it's quite obvious, in fact. Yeah, you can't copy blueprints from other people in other regions. There is like this weird region lock thing. Can I use double? I can. I might as well use them. I have them. 28 of them. You don't get a whole lot of them. But with these, for example, with these particular items, they do have such a limited, like, need. And then, like, also, those are some of the items, obviously, like some promotion items and stuff, I see you possibly getting fairly quickly, depending on, you know, how many teams you're maybe leveling up, but fairly quickly getting to the point where it's just like, oh, I can just pre-farm these promotion items. Because obviously, some promotion items are just shared between everyone. So like those ones that we just farmed. You can just, at some point, you'll just have like a bit of a stack pile of them. And it's like, okay, I have enough of these to max promote this many operators at any point. I don't have to farm them for a bit. And especially if you maybe get some of them also as rewards just over the time, like over time. I didn't read this, Sammy. Think about potentials and honest energy cost reduction feels the most impactful, not just because it's higher DPS, but because it makes the combat flow feel better. I mean, like for ultimates, in some cases maybe, but at least I don't really approach my like team design with ultimates in mind, like massively. Like having ultimates faster is nice. It lets me do certain rotations more. Like maybe some higher or shorter sort of damaging rotations more. But I don't sort of design like the core of a team around ultimates. Because indeed, you're just not always going to have them. Oh, see, I still don't know why the fucking music was just absent in that one.
Still waiting for something?
Wrong thing. There's so many keyboard shortcuts, however. I wonder if I'll ever get used to all of them. This is not the thing I wanted to look at here. 29! Okay, I only have one of these. And then I have a couple of these. I don't have that many. Tried mobile? I tried mobile for just doing like a couple quick dailies and stuff, yeah. I didn't do like much combat and stuff. I had to do a tiny bit of combat, but I didn't really try any like real combat or puzzling or stuff like that. I was just kind of running around, going through menus and stuff. And yeah, it felt pretty good. I have a mid-tier phone as well. I actually even turned up the settings a little bit, and it was still running completely fine. And didn't, like, in the short bit that I played, it did not like fucking explode. And it ran quite nicely. It didn't look the best, obviously, but you know. I use crunchy yellow rocks for sanity instead of your sanity booster. Well, because these are a daily thing. You can do the cheapest rock sanity twice a day. While these, you know, okay, these have 9 days and these are just permanent. So for sanity maximizing, if you're not looking to use all of these on the Gamba, you would use 2 of these a day to sanity maximize for, like, you know, farming, grind purposes. You can't get them back. Yeah, but they're consumables. You can't get these back either once you use them. Also, it's beta. It's a beta. I don't need to really roll. I have the teams that I want to try out pretty much. And like, beta resets, I don't really have a long term to even consider. Because beta resets. So there's no reason for me to just save them. Just kind of forgot, but it's the same logic. Well, yeah, but the thing in beta is when you want to test the game out more, then it makes more sense to get more stamina. Like, because there isn't a long-term consideration in beta, you don't thus consider sanity is more valuable because you don't have long-term sanity gains to think of. You can't be like, oh, well, I mean, I'll just keep playing normally for the next 2 months and then I'll have, you know, enough sanity. Then I will have regened enough sanity to do this thing that I want to do. In a beta, you have a deadline. So then sanity now is more valuable than sanity in the future. It's economics. Wah! God, I don't want to think about economics right now. I had a fucking terrible economics presentation thing today. It was horrible. Why does it have to infect my gacha games? No. No. Do you know the gears that I recommend something what to focus on release? I think what you want to focus is on kind of depends on maybe what you get from early on from like the newbie battle, honestly. And you're not going to get to like these gear sets like right away, these higher tier ones, if they're even going to be the same. You just kind of want to get, you can get to purple gear fairly quickly. You just kind of grab some, you kind of check what characters you happen to get and what sort of team you can build to progress, and then just check what gear they need. Usually it's not too difficult to figure out, in my opinion, on what's like a good gear set to use on. You just check that you're getting the correct stats, and then that maybe the 3-piece set makes sense. Also, I'll read your comments, Sammy. That's something I found weird, people comparing inventory screenshots of Arknights after 6 years and Endfield after a week and saying there are not enough resources. Yeah, but yeah, it's been 2 weeks of the game. No way. What? I don't have a massive stockpile of resources after playing a game for 2 weeks and using all my resources constantly? The rarity does matter. Once you can get the higher rarity gear also just has a different set bonuses, actually. Like, the higher rarity gear also just has different, better set bonuses. So, and I mean just more stats. So yes, the rarity does matter, but the rarity is like, you have to get to the point in the game where you can craft this stuff. But once you obviously get to it, then you can just start crafting it, and then you just update the stuff. But also your progressing matters here, because
I hate fools who like...
You have to actually upgrade your operators. You have to promote them to actually unlock the ability to equip certain gear. You have like this one, now you can equip blue. This one you can equip purple. This one you can equip gold. So until you even get past this, you can't even equip the gold. So how long did it take to get gold gear? How long did it take me? A week-ish? Depends on how fast you go. Right now, gold gear is in the second region, so you have to get to the second region before you can start crafting gold gear. And when I was already I was able to craft gold gear before I could equip it. I didn't have characters leveled up high enough to even equip gold gear by the time that I was being able to craft gold gear. So you just kind of, and because the thing with gear is that you just upgrade as you get it. You don't really have to stress about it. Just when you get to it, then you get to it. It kind of happens naturally. Since it's also just indeed tied to how strong your actual level up situation is, it kind of comes along with that. Once you've leveled up high enough to do this one, then you are probably already at the point where you can make gold gear. Just by playing the game. Yeah, you can focus on character. Yeah, you don't have to. The gear comes just along. Like, the gear comes after you level up the team. So you don't have to like worry about instantly getting to the best gear, because it doesn't even matter until you have a team you want to use and upgrade and actually invest far enough to even be able to equip the best gear. And then also crafting the gear is cheap, essentially. You could just spam craft as much gear as you want. I have a friend. Friend request. Oh, gonna have to get all these friends again once we're alive. Wait, what did I get here? Oh yeah, I got Ember. I was like, why did I have a notification here? I should put Panda here. Panda. Hello, Panda. I was gonna do something. I forgot. Oh my god, what the fuck is way later than I thought it was. The what tag? The Vaction tag? What did you typo? Artificing feels a bit meh. It seems to be very binary. Or sort of, sometimes you just get all the upgrades right away, no problem. And sometimes you fail like 5 in a row. But the cost of failing is so small, really, that it's like, doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's no RNG for substats. The RNG is getting the correct substats. And actually, that's not in gear. The place where you have like RNG in substats is in weapons. If I take this thingy. It's here, this thingy. These things here. These have like a certain skills, and then they match the skills that a weapon has specific skills, and then you can get these thingies which drop randomly on which skills you get on it. But once you have the correct 3 skills, which you can also help, there's things you can use to like lower the amount of RNG. Once you have the correct ones, obviously not on a purple one, but a gold one. Once you have them, then there's you just have it already, and then you just need to upgrade it, which you can't fuck up an attachment. You can't brick your gear by being unlucky. It'll just, if you're unlucky, it'll just take you longer to upgrade it. But you won't brick it. There's no way to brick gear. Once you have the gear you need, it's just there, and then you just take a while to upgrade it. Yeah, right now for the gear artificing also, yeah, wooling stocks are just not, you don't have 1 billion wooling stocks, so you can't buy as much of the artificing stuff. So you can't like spam them as much. Eventually you'll be able to just like spam craft and like try and upgrade your gear as well. Because if artificing starts in wooling, here's what other system each region would add. I feel like it's one of those situations where like you're introduced to a core part of the system, of like the game systems, just in like the second region. It's not really like an actual regional addition to the game. It's just that this core part is introduced in this region, because also gold gear is introduced in wooling. You can't make gold gear until you get to wooling. So then they also introduced upgrading of the gear in wooling, because you can only upgrade gold gear. That's just kind of how it works, I think. It's one of those. Where it's a core mechanic that is just introduced in the second area instead. But the second area is also an area that's there on launch, so. Region-specific gear, you mean like that the actual effects would be region-specific, or just that, yeah, in a region we'd get more gear? Because, I mean, yeah, I would expect, yes, that we will be getting, like, different types of gear. Maybe even semi-frequently. I mean, we might get some, like, really wacky niche. Because the thing is that they can do, like, really kind of specific niche gear. Because the resources to get your gear is kind of so cheap and infinite, essentially. Like, functionally infinite. So you can always, when there is new gear, you can just try out every single piece of gear quite easily. Once you're set up. I have 22,000 gear items. Costs 50 per. That's a lot of gear. That's a lot of gear. You can have multiple gear sets for, like, every character. And not have to share them. It's almost 11 p.m. I should maybe go. I'll stream something tomorrow. I'm actually wondering how I'll do tomorrow's streams. Might depend a bit on how early I start and what my friends are planning in the evening. Because actually, kind of today, I was thinking I would have been reading the Arknights event that just started. That has a shorter story to read. But then since we got the Endfield trailer and release stuff and whatnot today, I was like, oh, it's probably just better to do that today. So maybe I do that tomorrow, but then also that probably doesn't take so long, so I might do that at the start. And then I mean, possibly just pivot to more Enfield stuff. Not that I have that much to do. Other than grinding to get the Surtur team functional. There's not like that much for me to do. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, thank you for coming, thank you for watching, thank you for chatting, thank you for lurking. Go to the Discord if you want to. And we will see tomorrow at some point. And I guess there might indeed be two distinct halves tomorrow's stream if I do some original Arknights reading tomorrow first and then Enfield. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.